welcome to our first session of D&D painting. We are here to put the fun and fun-size entertainment with Diana, our painting master for today. You see some similar faces here that you met before in the Ionuț campaign. We have Lair. Hi! We have Karla. We have myself, which is Karina, and it's very important to remember those two names that are different. And we also have a very special guest that just popped from the chimney, Mihai, and you'll be seeing a lot of him very soon. Today we're here to paint the miniature for a very festive Christmas one shot. Don't sue us for the bad singing, please. And we will compensate for the small sizes with our huge enthusiasm. So, get around the fireplace, grab your cup of cocoa, and watch us enchant you with our beautiful vampire English. And while we paint with colors and play with them, and put to the die and D&D. It happened one time, guys. One time. D&D and die. It's now. D&D and die. Yeah. So, ho ho ho. Ho?
Ho.
Ho 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 pimp.
Yes.
I'm super excited, guys. Besides the miniature painting, what we'll be doing today is also answer to a couple of secret questions that Papa Bear prepared for us. Thank you, Papa Bear.
Thank you, Papa Bear.
Papa Bear, what? Thank you, Papa Bear. But more of this later. It's in the D&D
Chalice of Wonders.
Yeah. So,
A level
Diana,
4
please guide us through the process because some of us have done this exactly 3 times before. Some of us never, and some of us maybe a bit more expert in this. I'm a bit more experienced. I've done it 5 times.
5
already.
times?
Yeah.
You're basically an expert.
Yeah.
So, well, we got a bunch of stuff in front of us. First we got minis. We got brushes.
Is this the mini? Is this the brush? Is it the other way around?
Are you a lefty or a righty?
I'm a righty.
That's
Righty tighty.
doesn't matter, but
I can use both.
that's impressive.
I can swing.
Ambidextrous.
And what we have also is some wet palettes, and these are the boxes with.
What are wet palettes? Because I never used them before, to be honest.
So wet palettes are really these are very much DIY ones.
With this beautiful logo, which stands for Diana. Please explain.
Which is you're holding it wrong.
I am the sorry. Is the logo for
Rolling Hills Craft, which is my Instagram handle.
Please check it here. Here.
There.
Yeah, there. Right here.
No.
Yeah. Excellent.
Which is a die, and there's hills.
It's
and
very
they
beautiful.
die.
And little stars shimmering and maybe.
Oh, it's shiny, and I like shiny things.
And you can check out how experienced Diana is and how
it
matches with my and how beautiful she does this miniatures. She also did some for our a Sarah's campaign, and they're very, very nice. I'm gonna prop it here. Advertising. Product
It's okay,
placement.
we're pros. It's okay.
Yeah.
So wet palettes. What they do is they keep your paints wet for longer because otherwise your paints will dry. And acrylics for miniatures are paints that are meant to be they're usually thinner than the acrylics that you get at the craft store. So like if you go and just buy a bulk of acrylic, you can use them, but they're going to be really chalky on your miniature. That's why using these ones are the ones that are specifically made for minis. They're a bit better. And the wet palettes, what they do is so there's a sheet of towel paper, wet, and on top of it there's a piece of I don't know if you can show it. It's a baking sheet.
We have to take a close up of this. It's very ingenious.
There's
a smart.
It's very much a DIY. You can also buy them separately, but It's a DIY. You know, try it out, see if it works. If it doesn't, then invest. Otherwise,
So you did this yourself?
yes, I did. I
Smart.
am crafty.
Smart.
I cannot snap my fingers.
Snap. Well, I'm gonna snap
You're
them
a
for you.
genius.
Yeah.
Also,
Cool. I'm gonna also let it here, so
Yeah.
maybe we get a snippet of it soon.
and we got some paints. And pretty much what we are looking to do is just try to build the colors from the base up. So we're gonna first apply a base color and then try to add some highlights to our mini. Other than that, I will answer questions because I feel like otherwise I'm gonna just.
So, which one of these are the base colors? Like, which one is safe to use for a base?
All of them can be used as base colors. Where most of our paints are Citadel paints, and you're gonna see that on the bottle it says base or layer, and some of them even have contrast or shades, and those are different, like different mixes. But the base is formulated in a way that it's one layer should cover all the colors.
Oh, okay.
And the layers, like if you
So it's more thicker.
it's a bit thicker than the layer. The layer is the one that you would be, let me see if
This
we
is
have
a layer.
Yeah, so this one is a bit, for example, this one is better. It is a bit thinner than this one because you're supposed to build up the color in multiple layers. Just like thin a bit the dye, and then, you know, you slowly build it up.
Okay, so I am painting. This is a spoiler. It's for the one shot. Maybe it's, yeah, I don't know. Just okay, let's do the spoiler thingy. Let's do the spoiler thingy. Like for the one shot, I'm going to play a standard witch. You know the wicked witch from Wizard of Oz that says, "Gather around the fire, children. Let me tell you the tale of the landline." Sorry, Eliza, for copy. Writing your joke. So I'm gonna play that. So I have a witch, so with a cat, with a very nice cat, and I'm gonna use, I think, a lot of greens and browns and blacks. So what was your, let's say, input on the theme that is Christmassy? Do you want to do like a Grinch? Yeah, I wanna go on the Grinch side, but also with a purpose. So
Grinch with a purpose.
Grinch had a huge purpose.
Yeah.
Like he was so organized and did the job very well. And sometimes you need to have, you know, to walk into the darkness to see which way is the light. So I'm there for contrast, guys.
Oh my god.
Damn.
So I wanna build this like the Wizard of Oz and like the Grinch. I wanna build this around envy and around the color green. So this is my concept, if I can call it that. Green envy, let's say. And I'm gonna play a cackling witch. So I'm gonna start with the base color. Diana, do you recommend one or this brown?
Let's
Is
use
this okay?
this. Yeah, this is Brinox Hide, and we can use that one. You want to start working on the base, on the clothes.
Okay. I have to mention that I'm not very dexterous.
So
She has -2 in real life in dexterity, you
So
guys. As a
first thing that you
modifier.
want to do is
Super
not
clumsy.
immerse your brush into the paint, like fully immerse it. So what you want to do is just like pick it up like with the tip of the brush and then put it on the
On
palette.
the palette.
Okay.
And then just
You want to thin it a bit, not this water.
no. Okay, that's for
This
drinking.
water. The other water.
That's a safety hazard. That's a safety hazard. Okay, I dipped it, and I'm gonna start with the.
Yeah, and the entire
The
secret
flares.
is just to keep your hands as steady as possible and try not to. It helps if you keep your hands like this. Like if you.
Let's practice, you guys.
Yes, this is the pose.
My one week.
Then you have to poke it, or like.
I mean, strokes.
Ideally, you
Gentle
would
strokes.
stroke not. There is a technique about like poking.
Okay.
If you.
Do you like poking me high? I think he likes stroking.
Yeah.
Always. So not Christmassy.
So what about you, Karina? What are you painting?
So I'm gonna make a nutcracker, and this is all I will reveal because I don't want to give too many spoilers, and I still want people to join our Christmas special and see the gist about my little nutcracker and what class that I made and his backstory and his name. So
Okay, makes sense.
and
makes
his
sense.
purpose. and
Can
all
you
that.
tell us the colors that you're gonna be
I
using?
want to make a contrast between white, because it's very Christmassy, very light, very neutral, and gold. Guys, also, I want to interrupt so the audience knows we're going to play a game. We have a little elf here. It's Diana. So you have to count how many times you see her in the shots. And who has the most accurate number wins. Starting now. And what does it win? The person who gets great wishes from Dicesylvania. I don't know. We're gonna figure the prize. We will write a letter to Santa for you guys, for the person who wins. Okay, maybe. Yeah. Okay.
At northpole.mail.
Yeah. We're gonna see. It's gonna be a surprise. Maybe it's gonna be just our mothers who enter this competition in case it's just our mom. We're gonna make her banana bread or something. It's fine. Or something. Yeah. They love that. Thank you, Mom, for watching. Please, Mom, subscribe and share.
Like and subscribe. What about
I forgot
you?
we had the same mom.
I'll be painting a gingerbread man. But I won't reveal anything about... That's not his voice. I won't reveal anything about him because, hey, spoilers. And we don't like spoilers here, only layers. Spoilers.
You can't have spoiler without layer because
Yes.
he's
True.
We have here 2 layers.
So I need a base, basically.
Well, you could use the layers, but you need to apply them in the coats.
Oh.
So you could...
So I think I start with the Cajun flesh tone.
And add it twice?
Yeah.
Okay, and then, I don't know, the Emperor's Children, I will do something with, I don't know what exactly.
Well, I was looking at the mini and I saw some swirls and I thought that maybe that matches with the... Yeah, if you look closely, there's some swirls that like
okay.
ginger...
Yeah.
So shouldn't the gingerbread man be brown or like gingerbread?
This is brownish, right?
It's brownish. We could use... Wait.
Something
This
else,
is a
more brown.
base.
You could use this as a base, right?
Okay.
And then you can build it up with this, what is this? With this Cajun flesh.
So I forgot to paint. I just talked. So what should I do? Cause mine is already white. Should I start with the face, with the tiny face? It's the tiniest miniature I've ever seen, you guys. It has this little drumstick that is thinner than my hair, so
It's gonna be...
it's crazy.
It's gonna be fun.
Oh,
So you can start with the face.
Yeah.
What I do recommend, even though the mini is white, is just make a mix of some white and some black, which is here, and make a very light gray. So that would be your base.
Like an off-white.
An off-white,
Yeah.
right? And then you would use the white to just like bring up the highlights.
Okay, fair. Let's do that.
Mihai is already
Mihai.
starting.
I'm excited to do it. I'm just testing now.
What's
just a little
your
bit.
game plan?
So I'm thinking of doing the skin tones first.
Mm-hmm.
So then maybe if I do it wrong on the where the clothes might come, it would be easy to fix. But I'm thinking of making. By the way, I'm doing a. I don't know what this guy does.
It's a sorcerer.
He's sorceress.
He's like having this big bell and reading something aloud. Is he a teller or a...
Yeah, it's I don't know the word right now. It's a
It's a
town hall.
town crier?
Yeah, town
crier,
crier. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. And I'm thinking of doing him, I don't know, brownish, like leather stuff.
But he also, this is like for Rareș. He told us it's secret, so he gave us the brief. Like it has to be a town crier that's also a storm sorcerer.
Oh,
Okay.
So
Think I can go blue?
he said
Maybe
something
some
in
blue
wintry tones, and he said he spoke with you. I know it's a secret and you can't tell me really, but
I don't know.
Yeah.
So I can do whatever I want, or do I have to...
you don't know.
I would
mean-
like to do something that he would be...
What you could do is, keep it the color scheme as a town crier and crier or crier,
Yeah.
right? And you could make the bell and the parchment that he's holding like a blue color, so
Okay.
it's more of a stormy.
He has
thing.
like a how do you call it? The thing above. I
Vest?
could make that blue.
Or
That's
you know,
also-
guys,
like a,
what
like
can
a
be
really small poncho.
yeah, you know what can be also cool? Like if you can make their skin tone a bit, light blue, wintry blue, with that effect, maybe like a wash, like a blue wash or something, like the effect of
I can try.
like Jack Frost or something similar. Jack Frost from or Frozen. It's more
Okay.
it
Yeah,
could be nice.
I will try. I promise nothing. I don't know if it's gonna come out the way I
What
want
I
to.
suggest, if you do start adding color to the skin tone, is start with the space that's a bit darker.
Okay.
So you get just like
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Okay, so then I'll do that one.
Yeah, so you start with the darker color, and that will help you when you add more highlights. So you don't need to add more white, because in reality, colors don't get
Exist.
lighter with white. At least white, pure white and pure black don't really exist.
So it's not like
I
on
would
the
just-
computer where you make them like that.
It would be easier.
Yeah.
It would be easier.
Damn,
You know
son.
what?
Even in interior design, we use like off black and off white.
Yeah, because it doesn't. It's too harsh.
Yeah, exactly. Like playing with gray, it's a lot more realistic, and it brings out the warmth and the pop of color and complements so well everything else you do.
Yep, exactly. And then if you want to add color and highlight and shadows, you could do that with, for example, you started with the skin tone, flesh,
Yeah.
whatever. You could add a bit of blue to the darker brown, and you could have that as a darker shadow that you add only in the very darkest places, right? Back of his neck or here under his ears, right, when it's usually darker. Or if he has sleeves, you can put that under his sleeves. No.
That's super cool. I have a tiny question.
Yes, about your tiny mini.
About my tiny, which I already painted a base layer.
Yes.
Will we use something to cover the actual base, the black?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I shouldn't be bothered if or upset if I, let's say,
No,
painted
no,
a
no.
little bit on it or dribbled some painting or.
Definitely not, because the base is usually the last one that you would be kind of working on.
Okay.
And there's a bunch of basing materials that you could use, like there's some, stones and sand and tiny flowers and stuff that you can add. But usually, even if you keep it black, it's just good enough for it to be put on the table and you can play with it. Because the purpose would be, to have a painted mini, and just any painted mini is better than no mini. So
I like this. I like this a lot. It takes off the pressure.
yeah, I mean, anything on the table that is not necessarily gray works. Like, for example, I'm painting an orc archer right now, and I'm gonna be using this in the campaign that I play with my daughter, because she and her friend is going to be ambushed by orcs.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I do not have any orcs, and so I'm taking advantage of this session so I get started on my orcs.
We can borrow you some. I don't think we have orcs either, but we can borrow you some kobolds if you want.
I do not have kobolds
Lend you.
actually.
Yeah,
I
we
do not
have a
have
lot of them. Like someone, not naming names, it was me, went on a shopping spree of minis, and we bought a lot of kobolds for some reason that I don't remember.
I was looking at some point, because when I started DMing for my daughter, I was like, okay, I need minis. What minis do I buy? Like, and there's this thread on Reddit about what type of minis you need, and there was like a list of
Basic.
the basics, right? And you would
Dragons.
Wolves, kobolds,
Dragons, wolves,
yeah,
goblins.
dragons,
Goblin.
goblins,
Hobgoblins.
orcs,
Rats.
cultists, also.
Cultists.
Yeah.
swarms of stuff. of rats, of bats, of...
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. That's actually very, very cool. How much should we wait for the layer base to dry?
Oh, it dries really, really fast.
Hey, it doesn't look terrible.
Okay, so it's done.
It's a win.
Pretty
So how
much.
long?
No, it's really, it's like
So the time
15,
is
20 seconds and it's
really,
done.
really fast.
They dry really fast. And you can tell, you know how
I've
you...
heard that before.
If you... First of all, it doesn't look wet.
This is poor advertising, man.
Yeah, but it's free.
Free advertising is the best advertising.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, close it
Yeah.
with 2 hands, because it's...
No, I have to open it.
So,
no, it's dry. You can...
what should I do next? Like paint the face and the
I
hands?
recommend to start working on the smaller details. Like, for example, like the boots and the gold trim.
In the face. I didn't do
In the face.
And the hands.
Yeah, the face is gonna be... Like, you're not gonna be able to add a lot of detail to it because it's so small.
So after the base, we can go on layers.
You can move to layers, yes, if you added, so if you start adding a new color, right, you have a new color on your brush and you try to add it to your figure, and you see that the paint gets moved, like you see there's some lines, that means that the base layer, the layer that you previously put is not dry yet.
Okay.
So you should leave it a bit.
Okay.
But first, like, you can look at it and see, is it shiny? Yes, well, it's not dry yet. So you can, if it's not shiny, you can...
Where are my glasses?
So,
it's not.
I want to ask a question for the people watching us. Can you repair any mistake you've made? Like,
Yep.
can you fix anything?
Yep.
Like,
How do you
all
do
that
that?
matters is to have fun and enjoy this hobby, or even socializing like we do. And every mistake can be fixed.
Every mistake
If
is
you're
that...
patient enough, or
I think patience is key here, and then, it's not a mistake, it's a happy little accident, right? So if you make mistakes, right? So let's say you painted over an area that you didn't want to have paint on. What you do is you quickly clean your brush. So you...
yeah, I did that already.
Yeah, so you quickly clean your brush and you go over the error with the with the brush with
So you
just
wash it.
water. Yeah, something like that. If the paint is already dry, you can't really wash it away because it's already dry. And if you try to do that, what's gonna happen? It's gonna have like a circle, of the error color, and in the middle is going to be the erased one. So what you can do then is
Paint over
just
it.
paint over it, right?
I don't know if I told you guys, but I did for college. I did, I think, 2 years and a half of training with the dean of the College of Painting in Constanța. So I did a lot of painting, but it was in a different style. It was not miniature. It was, I think, it's figurative in English. In English, it's I don't think it's the trend called like that.
Yeah.
But it's the sketchy trend where you use a lot of, not sketchy, it's a drafty, like more harsh lines, more pressed, more of the intent of the emotion behind the drawing itself. And it was with watercolors that are very different from acrylics, because you have to work very fast and very, I don't know, on impulse, let's say, rather than patience.
Isn't that harder? Doesn't
Yeah.
that feel harder though?
No, it's harder for me to work patiently right now because I'm hurrying up, and now I'm making a lot of mistakes, and then I'm cleaning them, and it's...
Mine looks like melted chocolate, which is good.
Ah.
I mean, it matches the vibe of it.
He's a cookie, so
Yeah,
he
but,
has chocolate, right?
yeah, but melted chocolate cookie man?
Yes, gingerbread cookie melted man.
No.
Melt.
Made a mistake.
So, I think it's time
Oh, sorry.
for the first drawing of the questions. And Ler, you go first. Since you
It's
touched
for
it.
me or for everyone?
It's for you, and let's see if anyone has something nice to add. To share.
Tell us what's your favorite reindeer. Well,
Oh.
Blitzen, of course. Not because he's the only one I know.
Blitzen
Blitzen.
is the only one you know.
No.
What about Rudolph? Isn't
Oh, right!
Blitzen is the beta?
I like him. He's not a beta.
Okay, it's fine.
He's an alpha.
Yeah, it's.
He has a brown nose, a set of white tattoos on his face, and he can fly.
Oh, so this
He's the
narrows
only
it.
one that can fly.
Mustache. No,
No.
no.
He is the one that gives the others the power of flight.
What you so
Maybe
you put your brush like this.
I
That's
never
like
learned
try to
about the
stab,
reindeers
'cause that
though.
makes
the
it quite
reindeer
right.
history.
Yeah, keep your brush like
The Great War of Reindeers.
Cool.
you can keep it like this.
Oh
So
no, I
if
think
you
I
hold
put
it
it
like
back.
this.
Yeah.
Oh no. So what's your favorite reindeer?
Mine is Vixen
Because he's Vix.
because he's a lefty.
Oh.
He's a lefty.
I think
How
so.
do you know he's a lefty?
Because he rides on the left side of Santa's sleigh.
How do you know so much about the
Yeah,
reindeers?
that's-
Like, I have
I'm
no
just
idea.
inventing stuff. I
Ah,
don't know
okay.
from the song. You know, it's
Is
and
the-
Blitzen and Vixen.
But does it say the position in the row?
He's the Atreus
No,
to-
I just made
Oh
that
my
up.
God,
I made the mustache
Oh,
nearly
Christ.
perfect.
It's perfect.
Look how cute it is. I can't believe I
adorable.
did it.
I would like to see, but that's impossible.
You need to.
We can travel there. Karina, travel and show your friends.
I was doing what we
travel and show your
I'll
friends.
show them my friends. My miniature friends. Wow.
Wow.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
wow.
Wow.
Oh my god, that's the smallest mustache.
Yeah, I
Really,
know.
really cute. Nice.
A small mustache.
A small mustache of the stash. So should I try to make the eyes as well with black, or is it that too harsh? Or
You could try with blue or brown.
okay,
Is there a brown there? You could.
I have a brown.
it's a brown here.
You
But
could.
it's a base or a layer.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter for
Oh, okay.
details so small. You know where it matters when you're painting bigger
okay,
surfaces. That's when it matters. If it's really small details, the only thing that you should not or should be careful not to do is use a wash or a shade in the Citadel case.
So how long you've been doing this, Diana?
Oh,
Or Diana? How do you prefer actually in English?
you know, my name's been butchered a lot of times, so it's any way that is more comfortable. My mom usually calls me Diana, so I kind of grew up with that.
So let's go with Diana,
Yeah.
which is a very common and beautiful name from Romania. And we know the accent is different in English, but let's try to practice Actually- like Diana. Actually, if you spell it with the E instead of an A,
Diana.
it's called Diana
Yep.
as well in English.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then erase that.
Got it.
Not you guys. Cool. Cool. So I'm gonna go check with the master painter.
What should I use for his sticks?
The lollipop.
So
Oh,
is this sorry?
typically lollipops are white.
Oh, so
Lollipop
white.
sticks you could use white, unless you want to have them like a different color. You could use purple.
Yeah. Oh.
Do
Is
we
it-
have purple?
We can make purple,
We can make
Yeah.
purple if you blend
Red.
these two.
red, and blue.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
Really?
now that I've done the base for
Yeah.
the skin, the darker one, I should combine the same color with the blue.
So yeah, you could add a bit of blue in the darker
areas, yeah.
in the darker areas. I think there's a blue there, but I have on my tiny box of treasures.
I'm gonna go and paint near the boys then. So you have
Nice.
changing frames. Oh my god, god, how did I get down here?
Magic.
Teleportation.
So no, this
We have
you
a
can use this
portkey.
one.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's fabulous.
It's an old shoe.
So is this good enough?
It is perfect.
Really?
Well, yes.
Okay. I was aiming for good enough, but now you
No,
made my thing.
it is good because you know why? Because you made it and it's fun and you're gonna be proud to put it on the table.
Why
We
aren't you a
put it on the
teacher?
table
Huh?
no matter what.
Why aren't you a teacher?
Because my
Like
job
this?
pays better.
Yeah, no, but I could have used a teacher like you.
Snap.
Drawing class.
Also, I don't
Painting
like
class.
kids. Which says a lot.
Nobody.
So you have
mean-
years of patience, practice of patience.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't think you could do this very small, tedious, movements if you don't have patience. But I think in the same time that this type of work
Yeah,
is
mosquito.
relaxing. Because you're not doing other than, just paint, paint, paint. And
I like this music. So when did you discover that you're into miniature painting?
well, I started. So first, this is the longer story. I started playing D&D, right? And then I saw the famous. Can I say the critical role?
Yeah,
Okay. So I was watching, the critical roles, and then I saw that at some table there was, minis on the table. It's like, that's cute. What is that? And I started watching, there's a bunch of YouTube people that do a lot of tutorials about miniatures and just kind of learning from that. But initially I got into the hobby actually building terrain. So that's how I kind of started.
Building terrain meaning?
So you know how when you play D&D or when you play Warhammer or other, kind of tabletop games,
Yeah.
you put stuff like mountains or trees or just scattered terrain on the table.
Yeah, like the landscape.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I started building that because at that moment that felt like it was, that's really fun and it doesn't look like I would need a lot of skill to do that because it was just kind of cutting foam and gluing it and then sticking it together in a way that looks like a tree. So I started with that and then at some point I was like, well, how about if I try painting some minis? And I went and got myself the most basic mini that I could find.
Which was?
Which
What was
was-
your first mini?
My first mini was
Your first mini.
My first mini was a human male wizard, I think. And I painted him with craft paints, and I was struggling the entire time because I didn't want to invest the money in like actual mini paints, and I was like, I'm not paying that much money for this. And it
And
was
you ended up regretting it?
yeah, it was horrible. It was horrible. It was most of the time I was just literally fighting with the paint because it wouldn't do what I was expecting it to do. Especially because I was watching a lot of the, really professional miniature painters on YouTube. And I was expecting my paint to behave the same way. And
So
it
it's
didn't.
is it less elastic or is it harder to tame? It's more fluid, or it
So-
just dries up? It's chunky. You said
It's
something.
chunkier, so the particles of pigment in the acrylic paint, that in the craft acrylic paint, are bigger. So what happens? It's thicker as a consistency. So if you would want to, even if you add water to thin it down, it won't be as smooth and pigmented as the miniature paint ones. And of course, there's variation between brand and brand, but usually the paint that is formulated specifically for miniature is more pigmented while being smoother than the craft paint.
I'm gonna take this.
Mhm.
Is it someone's?
No.
I was drinking from that glass. It's fine. No,
Well, it's not purple, it's something else. It's a black hole.
that's purple.
Really?
But I would honestly add a bit of pink to it or a light shade of blue
So-
because it's
Basically, emperor. Okay.
yeah
So-
something. Because this is not purple. Diana, if you want, we can switch places.
You know what I would
A black
like
hole,
pretty much?
basically.
I would like Mihai because he's being awfully quiet.
I'm
Back
so
here.
focused.
He's focused.
And
See,
I would
I'm
like him
really
to
focused.
draw from the magic chalice of
Questions.
Okay.
questions and Christmas. And
I'm sorry I'm so silent, but I'm focusing. It's
Mihai, it's always like, go to the job, do it, focus. He's doing it, he's living it.
There was one question that I picked before.
And I picked it
That's
again.
the question I got. Do you have any intriguing Xmas customs? Like Christmas customs?
Wow.
I think is not one of them.
Like apart from eating a lot of fatty foods?
Don't say this.
it doesn't show.
Like, but it's only for Christmas.
Okay, I get it.
Like, how do you say it in English? Like bœuf salad? And cabbage rolls?
I think it's called à la Russe.
But with chicken.
Is that how you call it?
It's,
But it's with
it's
chicken.
a French one.
À la Russe is the one without chicken. Just
So
with the
it's
veggies.
a la
Ah,
Russe,
okay, no,
but with
yeah.
chicken.
It's bœuf.
So eating a lot of food,
salad,
that's the custom, I guess.
And eating Romanian rolls, who
Yeah.
was, by the way, almost our name.
That would have been so funny. I totally voted for this.
Karina wanted us to have a logo, a sarma. We call it a sarma, you know, like a Romanian roll. Probably, I don't know if we are allowed to put a
But
picture.
a lot of people call in different cultures sarma. For example, Turkish people also call it a
Yeah.
sarma.
Sarma.
Maybe our sarma is the Turkish sarma.
Yeah. Almost.
Not really, because
Not
the Turks make it without the meat. It's just rice and veggies.
Oh, okay. So it's like the vegan sarma.
So I
Yeah.
put this back or I keep it and
You keep it,
home?
you
I
keep it,
home.
take it home, you sleep, sleep
You
with
put it on the fridge along with your answer.
And Santa will come and see the answer and say, you were a good boy, you eat a lot.
Yeah,
Presents.
I eat everything from my plate. So.
Any other customs around the table?
So we, myself and Karina, have a parent, specifically mom, who maybe is in the chat here. Our mom is from Baia Mare, which is an very rich region in Romania in terms of customs, and they have like this very nice custom of getting dressed up with those masks. I don't know how to call them. Like
It's called moș cu dronje.
moș cu dronje, but
So it's like it's supposed to be a custom that would scare the ghosts
and the dead.
and the dead or something like that. So,
Okay.
and you dress up with this shepherd's coat, with this big shepherd's coat, and you're covered in bells, but those bells that are made for animals, you know, like domestic animals such as cows or goats or such, and you have this weird mask and terrifying masks that symbolic or depicts like devilish
Oh, okay.
creatures.
And they are made of linen, and you know,
Yeah.
colorful linen like reds, blacks, blues, and they have.
Sometimes they have a huge tongue or teeth or
Yeah.
like weird eyes or like frowned faces or horns even. I saw some with horns, no?
Yeah.
So I did that once.
Yes.
You
What
dressed
kind
up?
of green?
Yeah, I did that once when I was young, even though it's supposed to be for male. And
Just for male. Fuck the patriarchy. I'm kidding. So, but it's okay. So what did you do? Because I don't remember.
I dressed up and I was like this tiny moș cu dronje because I was so young and also a girl at the time. And usually it's, you know, boys that are over 16 dress up like that. So obviously I wasn't one of them. So I was like this little devilish creature, like Sippy going like, I'm terrified.
Do you still do that?
No, I did that once when I was young. But it would be cool to do that.
Yeah, but what surprises me about that region is that they still go caroling and they have split between 3 days. Like in the first day, the children will go, and sometimes they would get apples and fruits and baked goods like pastries
Or nuts.
and we call them also money. But in some houses they get pupuți, which is like I know it sounds, which is like poop. It's a pastry made in the shape of a dove, and you know it's
Of a what?
Of a dove, and they have beads for eyes. No, they actually use beans.
Beans?
Like beans instead of the eyes.
Like
Inside the pastry while you bake it, and it looks very
nice.
Intriguing. And it's a sweet bread.
ginger.
And everyone offers you alcohol, like a lot of homemade wine, a lot of it. Yeah, and tsuika and palinka. And what else? This is the first day. But not for the children.
Not for the children. That was
children.
my next
The
question.
second day, the adults go outside, if I remember, and they visit each other's houses. They start caroling, and so on. And the third day, the youngsters that are not adults, like with kids at home, but not kids to go caroling for money. So they go, visit each other's houses. They play games. It's very nice.
Is the first carol the star?
No, not really, but sometimes there's also a custom about that. Sometimes they do like scenes with some iconic moments from the Bible.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
I remember. That was so lovely.
Like the Irod, but I don't know how it's in English. Irod is the emperor, from the Bible, and they make like a miniature temple, and they play the role of the shepherd and the angel, then Irod, which is the king, and the mags, the wizards, mages,
Or the wise man.
the wise men, the three
I think it's
I think
wise
the
man.
wise man.
the three wise men with sorry guys, Romania, in Romanian translated in English for customs.
It's in the title, you guys.
Do you have the...
Vampire English.
What's the name? Buzdiganu. What? It's...
Buzdugan.
No. It's you have a box, I remember,
Of chocolates.
and a rope inside it, and you would move it, and it would make a strange sound like. But I forgot the name.
Bucium.
No,
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 that's from a different.
something else. But I forgot what. Exactly.
it's like a musical,
But
or
they-
you make.
Yeah,
But they
basically.
have like this star, this shaped star that is decorated with Christmas decoration, and sometimes they have like a biblical mural, and with Mary and Jesus, and they have like a mechanism in which it folds and then it extends. Like
Your
it's
Christmas
impressive.
stuff
Yeah, it's
sounds
very
way
interesting.
fancier than my Christmas stuff.
We
It's
have
very interesting.
at my grandparents the
Something bad.
Christmas tree. Basically, you go around the village with a Christmas tree.
Really?
Yep.
You carry it, or it's
you
small?
carry it. It's big. It's an actual tree.
Who cares?
I mean-
carries it.
You
Young
want
people.
perfection, or you
Okay.
You go from house to house.
I want
It's
perfect
customary
buttons.
to go.
want perfect buttons?
I think the second day of Christmas with the bear, with Papa Bear.
With Papa Bear.
Someone dresses like a bear and he acts the bear, and it's usually a carol in between. You have the goat, of course.
That's on New Year's
That's New
Eve.
Year's.
We have it on Christmas, apparently.
You have it on Christmas as well?
As far as
the early goat.
I saw.
Making the money.
Yeah, making the money.
The monies.
The monies. And I forgot what else.
What else?
What else?
It looks so cute. It's okay, we're gonna remember.
yeah.
So who wants to draw? I feel like Mihai needs a different, also another
question.
Yeah, because he's focusing again.
I can't do both. Like, it's very difficult to do both.
Yeah, let me help you so you don't do both. God, look at this. It's very nice.
Wow.
I almost did
The
a big
level of
oopsie
detail.
right there,
Mother.
but I.
It's
What's your
nice.
favorite D&D spell?
Oh!
Well, I haven't played D&D that much to know about spells, but
You played the bunch.
I played like CRPGs on the computer.
Yeah.
So I think the one that I had most fun with, although I kept missing, was with the Eldritch Blast from the Warlock. Yeah,
The best spell.
that one was my.
That's the best cantrip ever.
Yep.
The best cantrip ever is spare the dying.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you can't even. Okay, sorry. From my perspective again.
But the best spell
But-
is actually counterspell.
Cool.
Is that
Oh,
from
yeah.
like a role play or from a gameplay perspective? Like
The counterspell.
no, like the question.
Oh, it's
Uh,
I think game.
I think it's about each one can decide from
Yeah, yeah.
what works for. I'm more of a, since I've played it as a computer game, was more of a gameplay thing. Like the effects it had and the damage it dealt was satisfying. And I could do it all like twice. I think you can do it twice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's super
So
cool.
yeah, I found it
Warlocks are super
interesting.
nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know, right? My favorite spell is Firebolt. Fireball, sorry, not Firebolt.
Fireball.
I knew it. Yeah, because I like to see everything burning. Are you a Targaryen? No, it's fine. Should I be concerned? No, it's fine.
That's what Khaleesi said. No, it's fine.
No,
Don't
it's
worry.
fine,
Don't
it's
worry, I'm
fine.
not gonna kill everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just no, shut up. Yeah, but I'm trying. This was my early. I had the most fun with it, and I think I had the most fun with it while playing Strahd. I think my first time, and it kind of sat in my soul. But now I'm trying new things. Like I'm not going full berserk, burning, pyromanic.
It's called the Nova damage.
Yeah. Characters anymore. So it's
So-
fine. When you do a lot of damage in
That's
just
3
one.
times.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't do a lot of damage because I roll bad.
You feel bad.
I roll bad.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I've gotten used to it.
If you think you're all bad,
No?
wait till you see me.
How bad of a roller are you guys?
There was
I
a
roll
fight.
average.
There was a fight in which all my other party members did like on average. We were level 2, right?
Mhm.
So we did damage around like 50 points of damage each round, on average, all of them. The entire fight, I did 5 points of damage.
Did you play the cleric
5.
or the bard?
I was a warlock.
Oh my,
my God.
You'd get 5 points with.
I did that 5
I-
points because I had armor of Agathis.
Yeah.
Might I have the black and the white?
Yeah, sure.
Black
And black.
A
and
block.
white.
White.
The white.
I have it already. Yes, thank you. So,
Nice.
Nice. Nice.
Mine takes a while.
Mihai is very focused though. Like mine
Because I
has
don't
a
want
lot
to
of
make
mistakes.
mistakes.
Mine has a lot. Like I assume I make mistakes. I go with it. See?
go with the flow.
The thing is, at the end, if you add highlights, you can
Cover them.
you can cover them, and you can use the shade, like the shade paint, which is pretty much talent in a bottle. So that kind of covers most of your
Mistakes.
errors. Yeah. As long as you just kind of then go over that and add some highlights, then you should be fine. And if you're curious where to add those highlights, they usually sit where, if the surface is kind of on top or perpendicular to the light, that's where it would bounce. So for example, if you have a surface like this and the sun is coming from here, this is where you would have the most intense highlight, and then it would slowly fade out to the shadows.
Oh, that's actually very interesting to know. So I think I'm done with the browns, but I want to check with Diana. I just have to put
Let
this
it finish.
button.
No, I'm
and
not. I butchered it.
The what?
Just this button. See, it's a missing button, and then do the highlights and the shade or whatever it was.
You can start adding highlights at this point. Because it doesn't.
Take the chalice. Take the chalice. Take the chalice. Karina, if you might, if you'd be so kind to join, of course.
Yes.
Can I go to the green? No, I want to.
So where do you want to add green?
On the face.
Yeah. You can use the same green that one. The
witchy green.
The witchy green. And what I did, see, I've added highlights with this color, which is I think this one.
Okay.
So you can add a bit more yellow to your green.
So it's more three-dimensional.
It's more true to the way that flesh works, because you don't really have pale. I mean, you don't have green skin, but if you would have green skin, you would still have like blood vessels and warmer tones under it. So if you add a warmer color like yellow, it warms up a bit the green, so it it brings it up in hue or in tone. It's not as dark. Yeah, and it's not as flat as if you would add white.
Cool. Like, it's a neat trick to know.
Yeah.
Like, usually for watercolor, you don't add white. You use the paper.
Yeah. Watercolor is a bit on a different medium.
Yeah, I have like a lot of experience with watercolor and gouache. Gouache, I don't know again how it's in English, but it's a different type of watercolor that's a bit more pigmented. Yeah, so it's very different. Like, I have to pace myself and do like a mindfulness exercise to not go so fast. Okay, so do you guys want to know what I drew from the chalice? What was it?
Yes.
What's your favorite Christmas carol?
Oh
And
my.
can we hear a snippet of it? So mine would be Silent Night. So I'm gonna sing a little bit. That's the challenge, Yeah. Silent night, holy night. And that will be all, because I don't want to turn this into a show. Yeah. Into a Karina's show. So, yeah, thank you. Next.
My favorite
Yeah, what's your-
Christmas.
Yeah. What's your favorite Christmas carol?
I think it's the very cheery one. Like it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Oh, that's a carol. Take a look on the sign and check. Listening once again.
I forgot I have another. Actually, did you guys know that behind, the focused behind here, it's a singer?
What?
Wow. We actually competed against each other in CPU, I think, and
That was in 2012.
or something. Yeah, I played guitar in a band called Empty Place, and he played voice in a band called
Mute.
Mute.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a while. That was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
So what should I use as a highlight for my nutcracker?
You can use white because we're.
My hands are getting sweaty.
You got this.
I believe in you.
Yes.
And my arms are
Claire, can I
bleeding this
borrow
thing.
your white? A
Yes.
little bit, just a little bit.
Yes. It is not mine to have.
What are you coating? Because I don't recognize. The coat.
I don't know.
I'm coating a coat.
I'm
So
just
where should I put
winging
the
it.
highlights? Because
So
I forgot.
you would add it on the top of the hat
yeah,
and
the whole or just the like this.
yeah, you can
Hey, that sounds terrible.
make like a circle, a semicircle.
Semi-circle.
It looks like a joker.
Like this? Okay.
And then you could add like a strip of
Yeah,
white.
it's tiny, so it's okay.
Like a
this is
Gehetme, and this is the from the one shot. This is
Oh,
the
right.
gingerbread.
Yeah.
We have minis now.
I mean,
And on the
Well, is the rim of the hat the same color? Oh, that
yeah,
sounded
yeah,
beautiful.
just on the front. It's supposed to be
You use
like
Elvish.
a captain, but I changed my hat for the outfit that I'm gonna wear. So Yeah, I'm just working with what I have.
Yeah,
Don't recreate it.
makes sense. Makes sense.
Okay, and now?
So you can add them on the front of the arms, front of the legs.
On the gold as well?
No, let's keep the gold as it is, because it's metallic pigment, and metallic pigment usually picks up the light in the flecks, the color that it has.
Nice.
Should we draw another question?
We can also, we should draw it, but I want to hear everyone's special Christmas song. Not because I have one special one as well, but because I'm interested.
Well, you said Mihai sings.
My favorite one is the one that goes like, whoa, the weather outside
It's frightful, and
but
the fire is so
delightful.
And
since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow,
let it snow. Dean Martin, nice.
Ler. Very nice. You
Yes,
sing
thank
very
you.
beautifully.
Mine
Yes, of course.
is the overly used Larry Lair.
Really?
No. I don't have a favorite special carol, Christmas carol.
But the guy.
Come on, that's a given.
Yeah.
That's your favorite.
Yeah, that's a given. right?
You make it your favorite.
Yeah.
I own it. You don't have copyright on my name.
Yeah. But I don't think that the foreign viewers know that your name actually Romania
Means
is.
basically a fireplace for bread.
That's a there?
Yeah.
That's what Ler is.
Yeah.
I
I
had
thought
no
it was a
idea.
made up word.
Yeah, me
For
too.
Ireland, I think, or the old Celts, it's the god of water or the sea.
Okay.
For Spanish
could add
individuals,
more,
I think it's learning or reading, which is not me.
Okay.
So you can't read or?
No,
So you
I'm
can
an
add
analphabet.
on the front of
So you
arms.
memorize
Yeah.
the how
And on
each.
the
year
Phonetically.
Oh, okay.
I-
I put the highlight.
By ear. Yeah.
By ear.
It doesn't
Oh,
show,
no.
but it looks
It's
like-
the lightest.
It's
I
very
forgot
tiny,
what else
tiny.
it means.
Very tiny.
Uh,
So you
it-
could do the same on the back.
okay.
But basically,
Like
I'm
just
a
add
Bread.
another strip of light
One
on the
second,
top
because
hat.
we're.
Oh.
Okay, so sorry guys. Actually, I was more interested in them to learn that your name is used for
A song.
a song.
which was released after I was born.
So maybe it's after you.
Yeah.
It goes like Lerui Ler.
Și are ler, bate vântul frunzei ler, cred?
The Ler,
Yep.
the Ler is the Ler.
The ler
and
is the
again
ler,
the Ler.
again the ler.
Linui lin
Și Cătălin.
I did a boo boo.
You
So-
can erase it with water.
My favorite song, but I really have a favorite song that's long and I love it. I love to sing it. It gives me like peace
Oh
of
my
mind.
god, I know it.
No.
Is the
I know
is the 12 days of Christmas,
Oh.
and I really love to sing it full, and I really love memorizing the lyrics, and it gives me peace of mind. Like whenever, for example, I had to do an MRI, and I had to sit there for I think 1 hour and something, and it's a lot to sit there in an
Yeah.
MRI and see the. And I sang in my mind the song I think 5 times in order to keep content, and it really helped, and it's I don't know, it gives me a lot of joy, and I also love to sing it out loud because they have like a lot of the songs has a lot of lyrics, and it's very nice when someone else besides of you knows them, and everybody gets a bit confused when it goes very fast, and it's nice, and I love the birds. And
birds.
There's a lot of birds in
Yeah,
that
not
song.
only birds. It's not only like you have drums at the end.
Yeah.
It's,
They have
it's
drums
and
at the end.
dancers.
At the end, after 30 days of
and
Christmas, you have
ladies
one
and
drum.
lords and
In 5
five golden rings for calling birds free French. Hens to
Hens.
turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. I really love the song. It's not popular in Romania, but I love it.
But we do have our local star that sings about how our mother should
Bang.
deck the trees.
Oh right.
Oh my!
Oh
Yeah.
no.
And don't be saddened.
Let's kick me high out. No! I'm the guardian of kicking me high out.
So you will kick him out, right?
No,
I'm the guardian of
I
kicking
need a
butt.
2 weeks notice, by
he,
the way.
he has to sing. He can sing whatever he pleases.
Okay, fine.
Cool.
Well, I think I'm done.
Me too. It's nice to have a small
Maybe I'll add some blood or something.
Will it
Very Christmassy, it's
will it
red.
fit to the character?
Maybe.
Let's exchange. Did you put the highlights like Diana suggested, Diana?
What are highlights?
Highlights are just
Like
adding.
they're higher.
We can switch places, so if you want
Oh my
to.
god!
My God, I did so
Oh,
well.
I can barely see it, but wow.
Wow. Okay.
You go first, and then I go.
Haha.
And this one will drink. So.
It looks like a smoothie. Do I take my mini? Do I take my? Let's not take it so I
It smells
don't
like nothing.
hang around awkwardly.
So who hasn't drawn yet from the chalice?
Diana has it.
Yeah, but I moved.
Doesn't matter. You have to.
The chalice moved.
Good.
The chalice knows
The
no
chalice.
master,
No
Yes.
master.
Did you put their name in the chalice?
including order.
If you'd have to DM a one-shot session right now, what would it be about? Honestly, right now, I think I would be thinking about a one-shot, kind of like in space, or something with like pirate ships but in space. So you would go around as just
Like
like treasure
Island,
planet.
like Treasure Island?
Like treasure planet, I think.
Ah,
it was,
Treasure
yeah.
Planet. We used
Yeah.
to.
Wasn't it Treasure Island?
No, it's
It
Treasure
was,
Planet.
it's Treasure Island is the game.
Yeah.
Treasure Planet is the
Oh,
animation.
Right.
Yeah,
we used
so
to watch that a lot.
yeah, exactly. So something like that. But not necessarily as technical and mechanical, more like with spells and magic, because I cannot play D&D without magic.
Have you seen the modules with Space Jammer? It's
I
in
have-
that area.
Yeah, I think that's what is kind of. I didn't move anything. It's the same layout.
Oh, but it was like
Yeah.
because I want to get the same color. It's this one, yeah.
So
This is the brown I need.
it was like
No. It was
This?
like this.
I am sorry, I did it. I caused chaos.
The
Like,
layout was
that's
changed.
not bad.
This is
I
not.
was almost doing this one.
I mean, it would match. How is it going?
Yeah, it's going well, I guess. I made some mistakes there, but they will get covered.
You can add highlights to the skin
Mm-hmm.
with. You can use this color.
This
Yeah,
one.
this one. So what you would do is, if you would add them to the top of the forehead.
Where the sun would land.
Exactly. So the top of the forehead, the bridge of the nose, top of the cheeks, and what do you call this?
The chin.
Chin.
Yeah.
And then on the chin.
Okay.
That's where most.
I've added some shades like where the eyes go and in the mouth. And
Did you do the eyes?
a bit of just the pokiness
That's
and
a
then the
tough one.
fingers? But yeah,
Looking good.
it has blue hair apparently, but
So
we might change that.
you can use one different color as an accent color. So for example, you're using brown right now here, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna have the highlights with, you're probably, I mean, you can use something like this. So you warm it up a bit and it's not so dark.
Yeah,
Um,
where the creases go.
yeah, exactly. So for example,
Above the crease and
above
below
the-
the crease, something dark.
below the crease you can leave the same color because you've already used quite a dark color, unless you want the color to be really, really dark. Unless you want the color to be really, really dark, then you can add black. But in this case, I think it's just enough if you had add 1 or 2 layers of highlight,
Yeah.
and you should be good.
Okay. I will do that.
Can I see the gingerbread man?
Yeah.
He looks.
he looks like a Joker.
He looks menacing. He was friendlier in my mind when I saw him.
Maybe he's friendly. Maybe don't
I'm
judge a book
really
by a cover.
curious about his race and class.
Right?
It's like, what the hell are you playing, man?
A gingerbread man.
Do we have like a Shrek expansion?
I just remember it's the three little piggies from Shrek.
Oh, right.
Oh my
Oh, I
god!
forgot about
That's
it.
that one.
Yeah, I
Oh,
love
oh.
those. What about the three little mice? The blind mice, yeah.
See, I didn't know about the mice story, cause like it's not a popular story here, and like I just realized after seeing Shrek that the three blind mice is an actual kids story. Yep. So yeah, I have no idea about the mice. You can add a bit more highlight using the same like kind of this color, but blend it a bit. Like,
What do you think about
So-
this?
The purple?
no. Yeah. To the
Oh,
skin.
so
To
basically
the
this-
gingerbread.
So basically the second.
Yeah, so you would blend something like this and these,
Okay.
right? And you would have kind of a mix between the two, so it's not that light, right? And you could add it, like if you use the side of your brush, you can, if I may soil your, you can just do like this, right? And you would have a bit of light on top of his head. And then if you can just like slowly and very gently kind of push the paint down, but not on the entire head.
So not the entire.
Not the entire head, because then, because you're painting a flat surface, and the light kind of, it's very strong. The light is very strong on the top of the area, but it slowly fades down to the darker color.
It has like this gradient.
Yeah, exactly. It's a great. Thank you. The word.
Come, come to the darkness of the gradient. Come to the dark side. We'll have cookies.
Oh, he is a cookie.
Ooh. So, it's time for a different question. Who hasn't picked Lev?
I've picked!
I picked
Karina.
twice, so
Okay, I
one
will
of you.
pick because I'm actually peer pressured. Peer pressured and I did my miniature too fast.
Oh, you can.
What's your favorite movie, TV series related to D&D? Oh my god, I'm so happy I drew this question. Yes, I love The Big Bang Theory so much. I watch it all the time, especially when I'm sick, when I'm bored, when I'm tired, when I need to sleep, when it's Christmas, when it's Easter, when I need to calm down, when I'm happy, when I'm sad, like when I feel that. If Sheldon is watching this, please like, subscribe to Karina. Actually, it brings me peace and joy when life out there gets too hectic. So, and I still laugh at all the jokes, like all the jokes.
I honestly, I
And I
don't
lear-
understand why this show is getting a lot of bad reviews.
Me neither. I mean, I love it so much.
That's not how nerds are.
I hope it will get back aired one day.
They haven't finished it?
Yeah, they
They
finished
had,
it. I cried so much.
Haven't seen the last
Oh,
season.
it's beautiful.
It is.
It's beautiful. And yeah, this is where I learned about D&D. Actually, no, I'm lying. First, I learned in Dexter's laboratory.
Exactly, yeah.
In the episode D&D.
Yeah, D&D, of course. And we're walking.
And we're walking.
We're walking. And you see
I
a
want to
dragon
be-
in a dungeon.
I want to be Sir. I forgot his name. The menacing one with the axe and the I forgot the weapon. I tried to make a joke, it didn't work. We
It didn't land it. It's okay.
Yeah, it didn't land.
We don't cut.
It was
It's
natural.
live, Blair.
Oh!
Oh. Someone cut. Santa, please. It's fine. So, any other shows? Of course, I love Stranger Things. I want to say I love Magic Mike, even though it has nothing to do with except Joe Manganiello. Oh, okay. So
There is a D&D reference.
yeah, it's Joe Manganiello who is a big D&D supporter. Vin Diesel also. Yeah. Please, Vin Diesel, come to Romania. Can we choose Joe instead of Vin Diesel? I don't have any favorites, but
If you were to choose.
no. If you were to choose in movies, for sure I love the old Lord of the Rings, all three of them, especially the third one, extended
Old
version.
ones, come on.
It's
not
just the
old.
same
It's
one.
like the same one,
It's the
but
same.
it's like this
The
new
extend-
TV
yeah.
series popped, and
The Rings of
and
Power.
also the
Hobbit.
Hobbit, yeah. Those are pretty cool as well.
Yeah.
I don't hate them. I also
They're okay.
like them a lot, but it's not like Legolas.
It's not
Yeah.
old.
Aragorn.
It's no Legolas.
And Gimli.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not like I can't feel my fingers anymore. I really love the Two Towers. I don't know
Yeah.
why this is not the popular opinion, but I
It's
love
not.
the Two
Yeah,
Towers
that's-
a lot, and then the other two are okay, but I love the Two Towers.
I don't know, I cried at Lord of the Rings, so.
Return of the Ring, the
Which
the,
one?
The King. The King, yeah.
All of them.
All of them? Okay.
I cry like a baby.
I can't watch them like watch one of them. I have to watch all
Yeah.
of them. at
The extended
once.
editions with
It takes a whole
the
day.
Elvish translation.
Elvish translation.
Yeah. You don't,
Where?
know, you don't know that one?
Do you know Elvish?
No, I said the Elvish, like, they translate the Elvish.
Oh.
I don't like elves. No. Give me a dwarf.
A dwarf. Give me a dwarf.
Give me a dwarf. The brand of
Urte
dwarf.
brut. I also like the Ring of Power.
Yeah.
I liked it. To be honest, I liked it. It was fun to watch, and I can wait to
It was
see
interesting.
the new season. What do you think about the new D&D film that's coming up?
I know
bought
nothing
by. Me neither.
I think I know
See the
that.
trailer.
I hate watching trailers before the movies come.
Yeah, they like spoil everything in the trailer. Like you know the whole thing because we've seen so many movies, we know how it's gonna play out.
Exactly. The thing I do is wait for Karla to recommend me a movie, or like book a movie and be like, yeah, I'm gonna join. I know I trust Karla's taste. So I am the guide of everything. I am Karina's personal trip advisor.
Very well. I'm gonna do the highlights on the face and hands.
Okay.
Hopefully I won't mess it up.
Are there D&D?
What I suggest
Similar
is
shows?
you first
Like,
make a
of
blend
course,
of
Game of
your base
Thrones
and
There's
the
this very
highlights,
cool.
so you have like a mid-tone.
1 second.
Okay.
So you just add a drop of this and a drop of this, and you blend them, and you do kind of like a half color between the base and your most highlight.
So there's this very cool show that just came in this the beginning of December. It's called Dicesylvania.
Oh,
I don't know
right.
if you checked it.
Hmm.
Oh,
I've heard about
What's it
them.
about?
it's about some people who don't know English and they say they
Oh.
speak vampire English. They're kind of funny, but not really.
Do they talk like this?
Sometimes
Do
when they
they like to
exaggerate.
drink
Yes.
the blood, right?
The blood, yes, the
Oh.
blood of the enemies.
They must be Romanians.
Yes.
Why did I sound like Silo? Oh no. Oh no.
I don't know. Who's Silo? You have to
But
watch
you want
Dicesylvania
a
from
bit
the
more
top.
wire.
See,
Just a bit more wire.
Iceras campaign. The Ices. And the Saracens.
And the Saracens.
I think it's
And the Sharaces.
No, it's fine. It's fine because then you would add. But what you want to do,
Question.
or what you can do, is just like you kind of wipe your brush on your finger, right? So you kind of take away some of the water out of it.
okay.
That's a
If
neat trick.
Yeah, so you can kind of know if you have too much water or if you have too much paint or
Just
what.
like makeup.
Pretty much.
I've drawn the greatest question ever.
Yeah.
Tell us, what's your biggest quality
Oh,
as a D&D player?
that's a tough
no!
one. Healing
Oh,
for
no.
sure.
What?
Healing for sure.
Wait, as a player?
As
As a player like me right now, or as a player like my character?
How am I told in the earplug? I'm kidding. I have no earplugs. So I think
She's lying.
you should look. I have no. You should interpret the question however you like. This is the guidelines that I received from myself.
I don't know, really, as a player. So as a character, I like to heal, but tough question. What's your biggest quality as a D&D player? What about you?
It's your question.
Yeah, I know,
Spotlight,
but-
spotlight.
It's his question.
It's your question.
Don't
She
get
will kill me after we finish this, so
She will kill us both. It's okay. I'm not afraid.
I'm not afraid of anything except Karla. So.
I think my energy.
It's a very nice question. How answer? Sorry. How can you if we follow that? Yeah, it's your energy. Like you bring very nice energy to
I'm
the
told
team.
I have a
Labrador.
Labrador's energy,
Yeah,
so
and
It's okay.
that's very nice and
I
rare.
scared myself.
That's very nice. And also you have like this, from my perspective,
And
one of your
also
biggest qualities
If
that
you use the side of your brush, especially for
second.
very small details, like the nose.
is that you enunciate your
My heart
words and you
stopped.
have like a great pitch in your voice and you like you
I
have a
don't enunciate words.
yeah, like I think you how you enunciate words in general and you have
Depends
a
on the
great
character.
a great pitch and you have like a strong flow of air when you speak and it's very nice. It really sets the mood and
Yeah,
the
but
tone.
depends on the character. So
Yeah,
For
but
some, which I can't name,
yeah,
it's easier than for others, which I can't name.
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
So
For what I have seen you play.
I know we haven't seen that yet, but as I know you as a D&D player, I really
It's
like.
not about what you
No,
think of me.
think
It's
of-
about what you think of yourselves.
No, about you. I really
That's my 4
love.
seconds left.
I really love how you're in touch with your emotions, and sometimes you just are in the moment. And actually, your background as an actor it shows a little bit. Like there's
My
more.
self-taught
There's more
background.
background.
Myself to background as an actor have taught me that it's very important to be in the character's skin. To be
Exactly.
atmospheric.
Exactly.
In France, I think it's called atmospheric, right?
Exactly.
I can speak French. But I eat fromage.
In buckets.
And in bucket.
The baguette,
Le bucket.
le pain au chocolat.
Le pain chocolat.
Gals.
My point exactly. Look what you did here. Exactly what you did. Like how you enunciate, how you set the tone, how you get in the mood, and how you control your voice with a straight flow of air. This is something that I really like, and I would like also to learn it myself. And I really appreciate the pitch and how you control it, from my perspective at least. So you should give yourself more credit.
A pat on the back. 2 pats on the back.
Free!
So what about you guys? What about the music? That is very,
Inconspicuous.
very subtle.
It's a very
I think that we should force Mihai to draw another question because he's awful silent and he's our guest.
But he has to answer the
He
question
should
first.
be in. Yeah, but we have so many. Let's
Yeah,
just-
but I've answered mine, so you
It's
have
good to
answer
break
mine
the
too.
pacing because my hands are getting sweaty and I'm getting.
Exactly, and he's our guest, and we should learn as much
You
as we
didn't like the
can.
question, right?
No, I liked it. I loved it, but it's not Karina's show. It's
It's my show, so it's my show today.
Yeah.
Welcome everyone to my show. I will answer all of these questions now.
Excellent.
At the same time.
You can zoom in on me. So, what's my
Thanks,
favorite
man.
part of Christmas?
That's very nice.
Oh, that's nice. That's a
I think, although it's not a constant thing, it doesn't happen every Christmas. I love the snow when it's really big, when it's thick. I love the snow.
yeah, no, I just said it. And we were.
This is Mihai's show. Stop.
It's my show.
Mine.
Okay?
So the
So I love the snow the most when it's there. When it's not, it doesn't feel like Christmas. And of course, presents, giving presents, getting presents,
receiving.
the receiving.
What do
yeah.
you like more, giving or receiving presents?
I like receiving presents
That's
because when I make presents, I'm anxious about it because I don't know if people will enjoy it.
that's so honest, and yeah.
I don't know if they'll enjoy it. I mean, I like giving people presents, and when they enjoy it, I really feel good. But before I can see their reaction, I'm like, I don't know, anxious, yeah. But when
Can
I
you
get
tell?
presents, you can give me anything, and I'll be like, yeah.
Can you
I
tell
love
if you
presents.
gift something and people don't like it?
Do they
like
do this?
I can assume and I can make up my mind, and my mind can start like, they didn't like it. No, they're like, yo,
You're a
this is so
failure.
beautiful, thank you so much. But you can see it in their eyes that they didn't actually.
You're
they're
looking
they're
at them really close, like, do you like
You're like,
it?
It's like
what do you
rehearsed.
think about this
when,
gift?
when they give you like a rehearsed reaction, like, oh, this is so thoughtful of you, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm going to
It's
use
not
this.
you, it's me.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I know.
That's they're like.
I think it's different topics, but
Yeah.
okay. I have a question that is off book.
Yeah.
What's the best gift you received?
I received.
Since you like receiving.
Well, depends. Like the best, like the happiest I ever was when I got
Yeah.
a present. Well, I was a kid. I got an Action Man,
Oh!
and you could, his eyes would go like this. You had a switch in the back of his head, and me and my brother both got X-Men, and we would like fight each other with the X-Men. Not X-Men, Action Man.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
And it had like a vest, like guns and all that. Like I was, yeah, that was nice.
You had Dr. Gangrene?
Oh, what?
Dr. Gangrene?
Was that
Yeah.
the bad guy from?
Yeah,
Action
one
Man?
of them. One of them.
I know. I only knew the commercials.
You didn't watch the show?
No.
I watched it recently. It's really good.
It wasn't that good, but
Since you
Yeah.
mentioned about your brother, I want to also say a short mention. You remember, guys, if you watch the Aceras campaign, we have these beautiful illustrations, and some of the miniature paintings are also done by Mihai's brother, which is Andrei,
Andrei.
and he's very
Thank you, Andrei.
super
Thank you.
talented.
Super
Like,
talented.
some of them were done, the miniatures were done by Diana, some of them were done by Andrei. I think we have one from Alecsandra, and then they are very nice compilation of minis. And the illustration, guys.
yeah.
It's the illustrations of all of the characters are flawless. From
So
my
what are
perspective.
your favorite gifts ever received? So I can go back to painting.
It's a question about.
That was the sequel question.
Don't deflect.
It was about the gift sword. What's my favorite part of Christmas?
Favorite part of
Oh.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Simple. The
The snow.
atmosphere around Christmas.
Oh.
Especially my way in English. Especially the way I act during Christmas.
How do you act?
Like a 4-year-old kid.
Because of all the sugar you ate,
Yes,
or
yes. And on
That's
the
adorable.
Christmas day, I'm like,
you know, actually Larry's, it doesn't show, but Larry's the youngest
Yeah.
of us, so
I know I look 76, but I'm actually 25.
do we have a base color that's black?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There should be one.
Abaddon.
Oh,
Thank you.
It's so nice to know the lore behind Warhammer.
okay, next question. Mihai,
Again.
we're gonna pick someone random.
The more you
My
paint,
paint
the
is
more,
drying.
the
Okay.
more you paint, the more they ask you questions.
So could you tell us the funniest D&D memory you remember? Well, this was quite recent with my brother and Christy. They made a joke about forced labor. And that was really funny, and I keep remembering, and I saw them two looking at each other and joking amongst themselves, and I think I was the only one that got the joke.
Can you explain it also to us?
Yeah,
Me,
sure.
Well,
yeah, I'm
well,
confused.
Well, Christian was playing. They were both playing nobles. That
Okay.
were rich people, and I don't actually remember how the joke went, but it was. There were some poor people doing something, and they were doing the work so they could earn money,
Okay.
and they were both pretending like, well, they should do it because it's their job, and he said it in a really funny way, in a really snobbish way, and that was really funny. I don't know.
Yeah,
You should have seen it. I'm not doing it justice. It was really, really funny.
I think it's also because Andrei is not like that. And I remember
Yeah,
when
he's not like that. Exactly.
Yeah, when he played the noble, he was like the opposite of Andrei, like very snobbish, very entitled. Everyone should do everything, and I think it was.
Of course, this is my plan.
Yeah. He was.
And that was
The
really
plan
funny.
that I made.
Let's make a deal. I get 70% and you get 20.
What
But we
about?
get a 10%.
Yeah, what about the 10%?
I ruined it.
What you do? Where? What?
On the nose. Oh my god, that's horrible.
Stop moving.
Sorry.
It's
You can, yeah, it's so,
Take
actually,
this.
So,
no.
did you do
You can-
a wash?
With
There?
With
A wash
water.
of food.
A wash of
Like someone
Prosecco.
blended.
Prosecco.
So you can
what
either
wash?
add it. Well, it's dried up a bit, but you can kind of add it to the cheekbones a bit,
Okay.
right?
And I like how you hold your fingers on it.
With the brush. Well, if
Yeah.
you hold the
It's more
first,
stable, yeah.
yeah, because if you keep your hands like this,
Mm-hmm.
then you can rest your fingers on the holder, and it doesn't like your hand doesn't
Doesn't
tremble as
shake.
much. Yeah. So if you hold it like this, you just move your fingers slowly like that. It's a lot of muscle movement.
Look, it's
that
made of rubber.
You need to kind of
Oh,
steady.
Well, he's got a.
And then you can do the same something.
I remember in fourth grade when I
Around this.
found that trick. I was 1 week. I was like,
Thank you.
you're
I'll go back with some dark
I'm still like that.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can also
I
do
never knew
that.
how to do it though.
Since you already had quite a lot of pain
Like, really?
there, you could just kind of drag it around the face.
Mhm.
So you highlight the cheekbones, and this sounds like a makeup tutorial. You highlight the cheekbones,
You do some
and then
contouring,
some contouring, right?
some highlights, and the shadows.
You then
and
take the
mix it.
mascara,
And take the beauty
the
blender.
big blender,
And you just tap.
and you do this.
Lev, I drew
Yes.
a question. Could you tell us your favorite class or race? So, I really love playing warlocks because I love playing edgy characters. Usually I do them edgy.
Yeah.
And warlock is a very neat way to illustrate that, and I really like what I've done with City. So if you want to see more, you should check the Dicesylvania channel because
This
Boy,
is the
oh
Dicesylvania. This is the Dicesylvania.
yeah, but that's the campaign for Isera, sorry.
You should check the campaign on our Dicesylvania channel.
Yeah, because boy oh boy, I made
Yeah.
a really nice surprise for you
Yeah.
guys, and I'm really excited for you to see it.
I'm into barbarians, paladins, and clerics.
Clerics. Perhaps I play a cleric in the campaign.
Do you know why you like clerics?
I don't know.
Because
they have
you've
lead
let in it.
them.
Yeah.
I also love playing paladins.
Yeah.
It's nice. and
But not the
sorcerers.
over-the-top paladin, the almighty.
Oh, is that wheat you eat? Oh, it's against the law.
One time I played an Oathbreaker, it was so fun.
Yeah, the Oathbreakers are nice.
So fun.
But what about the genie warlocks? For example, I play a genie warlock in one of my campaigns, and I
Yeah.
don't see her as being the edgy one. Like, of course, she still has a patron, but
It's the lamp her patron, or how did you think the whole?
The mechanic of it is that the genie is your patron.
the genie is my patron, right?
And it's
Ah,
kind of
the-
the reverse
Oh,
story of
okay.
Aladdin, how
Yeah.
it's mechanically reasoned.
The only thing is that the genies in D&D, they're like elementals, so they're not necessarily, I don't know, like evil spirits or
They're neutral.
Hmm?
They're neutral. And
Yeah.
you can color them with shades of good or you know
Yeah.
evil.
So I wouldn't.
Evil.
Do you see that as being like an edgy
It's
character?
still edgy.
Still?
Depends
Yeah,
on how
you
you
know.
play.
Yeah.
Depends
Okay.
on how you play.
I also played the genie. I played a lot of stuff, but I also played the genie warlock, and I played also other types of warlock. I don't think I ever did the edgy character.
It depends on the person.
I did one was where the genie was more of a protector, confidant, and it was for a student at Strixhaven, and she was very young and she seeked a lot of guidance, you know, the trembling voice, the naivety, but then she grew stronger because some stuff happens at
So
Strixhaven.
for highlights on the brown,
So you can blend the brown
It's fine.
with another, sorry, with a lighter
Can
shade.
you
So
give
for
us a
example, you
voice so
can
you
blend
can-
these two.
The one from the script.
okay.
And you
Campaign.
can add
Oh.
them to the
Maybe.
kind of to the top of the areas, to the creases, right? Because
No, it's long.
or the top of his arms.
That's what she said.
Yeah, no.
Or he said. I think I haven't drawn at all.
There you go.
But let goes first.
Do you find this artistic activity relaxing? Could you tell us more about it? Well, if I had my glasses, maybe
I would find it relaxing.
but seeing how I'm legally blind, no.
But you're doing really well for a
Blind body.
No!
It's visually impaired.
Visually impaired.
You're a young lad with the old
Bad
soul
problem
and
with my eyes. Yeah, no, it's. I mean, I could see myself being relaxed while doing this.
I could, but
I
I
could, but I
not at the
don't.
moment.
Yeah, but not at the moment.
So Karla
think you broke
complained
the
that she
paper.
didn't draw, so let her draw.
Yeah, I mean,
Wait, so we don't
Let her draw.
answer horrible.
It's not.
most
It's,
gentle.
it's like we have so
We
many.
have broken the rules.
We didn't have to
50
answer.
We
points
have
to
no
Gryffindor.
rules.
Minus 70 points to Slytherin.
Oh, shut up.
Apparently, I'm a Slytherin. I would have known. Me now.
If you have to play a character in a one session, one-shot session right now, what would you play?
Hey,
Excluding the witch that I'm playing right now,
Is that light enough?
I would like to
Maybe
play.
some,
You can add a bit more.
To be honest, one of my fantasies is to play a real dragon. Like, I wanted to play a dragon.
You could have done this.
Yeah, I could have. Maybe.
It's an inside joke.
Maybe
But-
I have a chance in the
Careful,
future.
Mama.
Yeah.
Oh, you will.
Cool. Well,
No.
that was
favorite-
simple.
Favorite
And I
race?
would like my favorite type of dragon, since we're here, it's the silver ones, because they are more inclined towards communicating with humans, they are more empathetic, they are more neutral, and actually they sometimes like humans. How it's written in 5D and 5e, sorry.
The D, you keep adding the D every time.
D and D and
D and D, all the D's should come to me. The 5E in Fireon, it's how they're written. In Eberron, they're more mysterious, not so present, and more farther from the purposes that humanoids have there. But I really like the fair ones, and especially the silver ones.
I have a question that is off book because you learn. I love going off script. So
I have
You-
one too, so.
you guy.
You guy!
You learn. You just said the joke about getting points to Gryffindors and taking points from Slytherins. And one of the questions that I drew before was, what's your what's your movie that you watch? Blah blah.
Oh,
But-
Harry Potter.
Yeah, no, but during on Christmas time, I really like to re-see all the Harry Potter movies.
Yes.
And I wanted to ask, do you know your house? Do you guys know your house?
Of course.
The Harry
I
Potter
think I got
Hogwarts house.
Slytherin. And I did the test a couple of times, and I always liked Slytherin because they're edgy and.
I'm a Slytherin as well. Oh my.
Hello.
I
Yeah.
permutate between Slytherin,
We are actually evil.
Gryffindor, and
You-
Hufflepuff.
You were
But I'm a
Slytherin. You were a Hufflepuff.
You can choose.
But
You were a Hufflepuff with the Slytherin. It was
Yeah.
a very weird mix, I remember.
So you asked him the question, but you already knew the answer.
Yeah, no, but I wanted
I'm
to
a
know
good guy, bad guy.
Diana's and Mihai's, and also I know yours because you talk about it a lot, but
What about
but the
you?
people don't know
I
yours.
am a Hufflepuff.
Oh.
True and true.
That's so cute. I love Hufflepuff.
I think that's how I kind of explain my love for food. It's like I'm a Hufflepuff. I love food. That's why. It's not me. It's the host.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the power of
near
the house.
It's near the kitchen. You have the
Exactly.
fat fryer. I mean, come on.
Exactly. It's like it's.
How can you expect not to love food?
Exactly.
I've got
Exactly.
2 questions of the book.
Hmm?
Karla
One.
didn't answer, so.
So I'm a true and always will be a Gryffindor. I'm sorry, I don't. I'm sorry. I know it's very standard. I love the books.
So basic. You're so
Growing
basic.
up, I remember I learned reading while I read the first book and then the second. Like I think I finished the first book in 2 weeks or something because I was in first grade. I was struggling a lot at the end of the first grade, and then when I finished, I think it was around 8th grade and came the 7th book and I read it in 4 hours.
The 8th grade.
Yeah, around that time.
You finished the first book at
The last book, the 7th book,
okay.
The Deadly Hallows. I finished it in 4 hours, and I remember it. I read it so fast, and I kept telling myself, "Slow down, Karla, because you don't have anything else to read. Slow down." But I couldn't. Like I read it so fast. Yeah, yeah. But I really love Gryffindors, and
For the extra points.
For the extra
not for
points.
the extra points. Like,
It's for the solidarity between Gryffindors.
it's for the
And the fairness of it all.
It's for the braveness of things and standing up against adversity and you know, having a lot of empathy and having
Their name is
to-
Harry Potter, and only Harry Potter.
Especially Harry Potter.
Especially Harry Potter.
Do you want to paint
having
the
to
base?
prioritize friends.
That's Hufflepuffs.
Yeah, but I'll do it twice.
What's with the Hufflepuff?
She said about prioritizing friends, and I
And
said that's Hufflepuffs.
I'll make it
It's not just Hufflepuffs. Like, can we
You,
have
you remember in the first movie
You can make
when,
this
where Hermione
blue
had to
colors.
So
Like you can add a blue as a pop of color. You can add a pink and a purple. So you have a bit of variety and
okay,
like,
sure.
So,
Do we have white? We do.
we
Yeah,
do
we-
have white.
Diana,
Time to make
Diana,
some socks.
Diana, sorry, can
Diana.
I ask you what more should I do? Should I use a wash? Should I use glitter? Should I make it sparkle?
You
Should I make
can-
the base? What should I do more?
I'm thinking because
Should I stick the hair? I would like some hair on it, like a red.
Let's try to do that. And there's the hair is there
You
and
want to change places?
yeah, let's do that.
Yay,
Oh, I
change
thought I
the place.
was.
Huh?
I'm doing that with there.
There's some like under the table.
You hurt yourself?
Yeah, but I'm fine.
Hello,
I am fine.
Hello.
Yeah, that happens a lot to me. In buses and everywhere.
Hi. I'm Karla.
hi, I'm Karina.
No, because Karla used to sit here in the campaign, so
Oh.
You have
Hi, I'm
your
Ionuț.
designated spaces.
You assume
yeah.
you assume too much of the people. Like, they know our names and they don't get confused.
Okay, fine.
The audience is smart.
Yeah.
The audience knows.
We
Maybe
also
they're
can-
rewatching
can-
the
yeah,
video. Like,
rewatch
maybe it's
or-
2027
Exactly.
and they're watching this
And they
video.
know.
Maybe
Like, oh, they were so young.
So
they were so young.
you can kind of cut these.
Blair had
I
hair.
think we have some scissors.
Let's not make jokes about that, okay?
And you can cut very small strips of this.
Okay.
And you can try to stick them on.
So I need scissors.
You either need, yeah, scissors can work. So we have this pretty tiny cups, really small.
I never use tough to be tough.
I love them.
Lend me a helping
I also like them, but I never use it.
They're
Hey,
really,
hey.
really cool.
No, give me a
What do you
hand. I need the.
You have to ask with the normal voice because
I do not understand what the.
because it's confusing, Claire.
I know. It's confusing me. Oh no, it's confusing Lara.
It's
Oh.
lead fusing.
Shit.
Lead fusing.
I didn't
So
look.
where
See,
can
I
I get
did.
a
They're
scissor?
It's in my little box of treasures that is on the.
Okay. Let me do this. Ouchie.
So my question was, whoever
Is a dungeon master.
Yes.
Do you like to go by the rules, and by that I mean other books from D&D, or to create your own setting?
You mean homebrew rules, or
Yeah,
do you
homebrew
mean
rules.
content?
Homebrew rules, content, worlds, gods.
Like for me,
Yeah.
the homebrew rules, not the homebrew rules, the basic rules are good enough. Like I don't
Yeah.
really appreciate, in general, like DMs who make up and tweak rules from 5e that were tested. I really appreciate the system. I love it, and I accept it whenever it's flavorful.
Yeah.
Then it adds value. But again, like if you say, don't use that spell because I don't like it. For me, the spell is banned. This one shouldn't be
No-brainer.
second level. I mean, it's too complicated. Like let's keep the same. But this is just me.
It's
Um,
white-ish.
And
It's
for the
not
world?
bone white. Like
And
with
for the
titanium.
world?
You'll usually find that as being titanium white, and that's the
Yeah.
purest white that you can find.
Corax white.
Yeah, and if you see, like this one has some darker stuff around here. And if you let the paint sit for a while, you'll
It
see that
darkens.
it darkens and it separates into two colors. And this one is a gray and a blue. And what is up? That's because it's two blended pigments.
Oh, nice.
That's why it's.
So that's what happened
I
here.
look like a hedgehog.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
It's really
Nice.
it's
So,
very tiny.
For the campaign, I really like writing my own stuff, but I appreciate also the modules and use sometimes inspiration, draw inspiration from them, and use maybe encounters or some maps or stuff, especially the very good written ones that have a lot of popularity and reviews.
I don't think I have ever used modules.
Never?
Never. I always created my own world with gods, creatures, but never took the rules, like the gameplay rules. That
Okay.
is too much time.
Yeah.
Can I have the box of colors?
You can use the
Yeah, but I need a white.
You can have some
I know.
There you go.
I'm painting white on white, so I,
Yes.
White on
I
white.
did a.
I don't know what I'm doing.
You're painting white on off-white.
Yeah,
No?
it's kind of the same. I'm trying to see if it works. Yeah, whatever.
I can
Time
do
to paint the pantaloons.
The pantalones.
So the person that's gonna use this mini said they want some blue accents or whatever.
I drew.
Rareș said
Rareș, okay.
Rareș, that will be DMing the session, the one session for Christmas, said that he's gonna use the Tone Crier and make him a sorcerer, a storm sorcerer. This is all that I know. And should be in the same team as the.
Betty.
No, as not the bad deed, as us.
Oh.
Not team TEI. Do but A T A
T-E-A-M.
So I will need that blue.
TH aim.
Karina, could you pass me the blue?
Oh, I can.
Thank you.
Please use some sprinkles.
So, do I need a wash or is it good enough?
You can add a bit of wash. Karla,
Yes.
there is a wash shade and it's called Drakenhof.
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 This
Something.
The
looks
vampires, if
better
I'm not
than
mistaken.
I ever dreamed.
I
Well, I don't know why it looks so good. What I did, I think I'm gonna jinx it, but it's like
You added stuff to it.
What's a
Yeah.
wash?
Can I?
A wash is a heavily diluted paint,
Okay.
and what its purpose is you kind of you paint it all over your
Pretty.
mini,
Pretty.
and it will kind of pool in the recessed areas, and it's going to give you shading and
For the
Um,
creases, right?
for the creases exactly. So if you paint like a very light color, and you don't want to spend a lot of time just bringing up colors and painting like highlights and shades and all that, you could use that's fine. It happens. You
Big
could
brown.
use a shade and just kind of wash your entire mini with it, and you can kind of use your brush to guide it in the areas that you want to have more contrast or more shades.
Okay.
No.
Not that one.
Where's the? Oh,
That's
it's
elder.
so tiny. I almost missed it. So what you could do is you could take a little bit of this
with this one. It's okay.
with that brush, yes, and you
Get it
would
nicely.
you dilute it a bit with water, just a tiny bit,
Yeah.
a bit more.
I'm using a green wash.
Are we drawing any
Yeah.
more questions?
And then you would put it
Oh.
on the mini.
Like
So let me demonstrate on this one, the one that I have.
like that.
So what it would do, like if you look at this leg here, right? You would do something like this. And what it does, because it's so liquidy, it would pull in the areas that it's darker, right? And you just let it sit there. If there's an area that you want to erase the shade from, you just take a clean brush and you wipe it away. And that's it.
That looks very neat. Like you can see, like this sort looks like he's been to the gym 24/7 for like the past 8 years.
She is quite badass. I'm kind of bummed that my daughter will have to fight this one.
Yeah, but how excited will be when she wins?
I hope she's gonna be excited. It's gonna be the second fight that she has, so it's gonna be interesting for her.
How old is
Guys.
your daughter?
She's 12, almost 12.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
It's a special age.
Is it though? What should I be prepared? Like my 12 years old was very, very far away. You guys are closer to the 12 than I.
I think we're closer more towards your 12 than your daughter's probably. So I don't know, we can just assume, but we don't know for sure. Like,
Guys, the chatters asked us, what's our favorite Xmas dish? I'll be the first to answer. It's Romanian rolls with mamaliga.
which is the sarma, the classic.
The cream, but the
It's
hot
actually
pepper.
cream with.
Yeah. And the ciorba de burta.
Oh my!
I love that. Basically,
I love the
stomach-
chorba, but not the purta.
What
I
was?
think it's Chorba de Burta is a love or hate.
Yeah,
Like you either
It was called something.
it was not soup.
Broth,
Not broth. Broth? No.
it's
The other thing
cow
that's not
belly,
soup.
belly broth.
It's some.
With something with a B.
I don't
Yeah.
remember. Yeah, it's called something. What's the specific name?
Anyway, what's your favorite dish? Christmas dish.
For me, it would be definitely something with chocolate, like the dessert.
For me would be the
Fish fillet.
cozonac, which is a puffy cake. It's a Christmas cake, almost like panton.
Yeah.
Panton.
Panettone.
Panettone, sorry. I always mix the two of them. And I said, God, please don't take this happen. And it
Don't do
happened.
me like this.
Panettone. But it's more with a. It's more.
It's very nice. Looks really good.
It's
Okay,
a.
so I'm done.
Yeah,
You can make
It's
the
with
mix.
walnuts.
Yes,
And,
It's a bit more with stuffing.
Two small
And
things.
Turkish delight.
And I have them in my bag.
I'm gonna add in a
and
second.
oranges.
And oranges.
And chocolate.
The ever-present oranges.
And nuts, and I also like it with poppy seeds. Like they make
The
it
what?
the poppy seeds, mak.
Oh.
on cozonac.
In cozonac.
In cozonac.
With stuffing in cozonac, like they make this baci bali, I don't know how it's called. It's a special cozonac, which is the sweet cake. It's very small. It doesn't grow a lot, and it's stuffed with poppy seeds. Bailic. I don't know. It's still cozonac called, but it's a different recipe. It doesn't grow that much, and it has like a lot of stuffing. I just love it. I remember in the pandemic, I ate alone during Christmas 3.5 cozonac.
Damn.
So what we can do for the base, we can add some glue and
Yeah.
then a bit of rocks, and then you can color them and paint them whatever color you want.
Okay, I would like a frosted ice effect, like a
Okay.
white and gray and blue.
But if we're talking
I
about
need the stuff from that I have.
Should I go?
Yes.
Or I have an idea. Do you guys want to take like a break?
Eat something
Yeah.
like cozonac.
yeah,
No, because I got this, talking about food and cake and cozonac and
kremschnitz.
Yeah, we're gonna take a break, guys, and we're gonna come with our belly fulls of ciorba de burta and cozonac since it's Christmas almost.
except to Mihai, who will be sitting there and paint.
Forever.
Forever.
Yeah,
Can you repeat the question?
When I
Is
start
this
something, I
relaxing?
hyper-focus.
Is
I
this
can't
relaxing?
Stop. What, this?
Yes.
Yes, it is so relaxing.
Look
I
at
mean
him.
it. I mean it.
He looks so relaxed.
Yeah, he looks relaxed. He's in the zone. I actually envy him. I want to
I'm
be in the zone as
hyper-focused
well.
right now.
So we're gonna be back in a jiffy. Cozonac, everybody say cozonac!
we're back from the kozonat eating, which is a sort of a sweet bread that is traditional in Romania, and it's very good and it's with stuffing.
Very nice. We're ready to continue painting.
Yes.
Mihai didn't stop to eat coconut. She's that dedicated.
I took a 2-minute break, so 3-minute break. So
Yeah.
So,
Why does
Diana, would you do me the honor of drawing the next question?
from the chalice of wisdom?
Chalice.
Chalice.
Chalice of chalicing.
Chalice of chalice.
What was the first art piece you have seen? So this is, I haven't art like as in painting.
I don't know.
I mean, it can be any type of art.
Okay, so there's two art things that illustrations mostly that I remember. One was I had a Russian folklore like storybook, and it was illustrated by I do not know who, but it was the first visual representation that I saw of Baba Yaga's hut. And that visual, because it was like the illustration was really dark and moody, which was in contrast to how our illustrations when we were kids, because they were really colorful and fairy tale like, and this one was really dark and moody. And it was a pathway like this with Baba Yaga's hut on the chicken legs on the middle of the page. It was a big page like this. And there was the little girl that was running in her very white and diaphanous dress towards the hut. And that's the first thing that I ever remember as being something that was striking. And the rest of the book was really nicely illustrated too, but that one was...
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Baba Yaga's hut is iconic, and if it were like a very nice illustration, I can even imagine it.
Yeah.
Sounds wonderful.
And it was in a very interesting art style, like it was something combined between Alphonse Mucha, which is very like Art Nouveau-ish, and the really dark and earthy colors that Russians used. So it was a very interesting blend of colors and mood.
Okay. Like
What
that.
was yours?
My first art piece that I don't know, like I think I was exposed to a lot of art since we were young. My father and Karina's father is a painter.
It's the same one.
It's the same one.
Spoiler.
So he had like a lot of paintings, and our mom told us that from a very young age we were inspired to do paintings, and we start painting the walls, and she just let us. And we
she let
had
you paint the walls?
Yeah,
like,
that's
they're
so
not
nice.
painting them, like drawings with doodles and stuff, and we could draw before we could speak. And I think the first thing that we were exposed, but I can't really remember, it's probably one of our dad's paintings or something from his collection. But as an artist, like from the old styles, I really like surrealism, and I like Frida Kahlo. I especially love Dali, and I really like how Dali has taken a turn in the last 10 years, like they did the VR journey, I don't know. And I really like from Freud, this is I think the only good thing, that from Freud's philosophy, it gave birth to this current surrealism, and it has like this very beautiful expression of the unconscious and the dreams, and it has like a lot of weight. And I also love the surrealism painters from Romania, like Sabine Balasha. I really love the whole treatment of things. I don't know if you saw the NASA pictures from Jupiter is in that area with those colors and those representation of ethereal and of symbolism. I just love it.
That's really nice.
Wow.
I hope they bring to Bucharest the art exhibition of the Van Gogh's illustration, the one when you enter the room and there's all these moving lights, and it's really nice. I hope they bring it to...
Sorry to interrupt. I have a question regarding miniature painting.
Yes.
So we're doing the base, and I put a layer of glue, and it's a bit dried out.
Okay,
so
perfect.
I don't know if it's okay.
Yeah, you can
Can I
start...
try it? Like some... yeah.
You can just like kind of tap it and see is it still...
It's moist.
Okay.
It's sticky.
Okay.
So should I...
Yeah, you can start just like just sprinkling...
Can I just
Yeah,
leave it
sprinkle-
like this?
Yes. a bit of rocks, and that's just to bring a bit of texture to the base, so it's not, you know, flat black.
Okay, that's nice. That's nice. Okay, thank you.
Yes. And then you kind of let it dry for a bit, and after that you can start adding a bit of color and a bit of dry brush, and you're done.
Can't wait.
And that's it.
That's very, very nice. One more question from the chalice. Whose turn is it?
Box.
I could draw another one. I think I drew like twice.
You.
You
We're
want
not
to
keeping score. It's fine.
this?
Yes.
You know you have your own
Yeah, but I
box.
don't have the colors, so I need one of them.
You can give us a smaller one.
Let's see.
Give us the smaller ones. It's funny because they are two and they have this.
What's
two
your
big
Christmas
boxes.
one-shot character about? Well,
Oh.
I don't have one because I'm not participating.
But what if
But I
you
can
were?
invite the other if I were. I don't know. I'm quite
Or what about the one that you're painting? How you envision the town crier, sorcerer, storm sorcerer guy? How do you think his? If you were to guess, as a person.
obnoxiously loud,
Okay.
screaming at everyone. Maybe he had I don't know, some kind of
I can then just like.
event in his life and he doesn't hear that well.
Oh,
And
that's
so he
nice.
speaks
This is what's
really
going
loud.
And if you were to like imagine what was the event?
Little stone.
Probably
Grave.
a bigger bell.
A bigger bell, deafening
know.
him.
Deafening him, yeah.
Definitely deafening him.
Yeah, I'm picturing like this obnoxious, over the top person, very opinionated. That
Yes.
has his opinions written on a piece of paper.
Oh, okay.
Stands the
And on top of
Writing
everything,
opinions.
and on top of everything, he has powers.
And to prove that he's right, he says, look, it's written here.
Oh my.
And what do you think his name is? Like if you were to give him a name.
Google something.
Google
No,
search.
do not Google it. Like,
No, like
We were talking
his
about The
name is
Witcher, and now,
Google
now I'm thinking like, I find it funny how some people call Geralt Gerald.
Yeah.
So yeah, his name is
Trivia.
Gerald.
his name is Gerald.
Yeah,
Gerald the Crier.
yeah.
I love
The
it.
obnoxious crier.
I love it so much.
Do you, Lair, do you have a mix there? You mixed some colors and you have it there,
Here.
over there. Because I've mixed some colors and I want to get the same shade, and if you can get the new, like take your color and put it here.
Okay. I already put the red stuff.
So what color do you
Well,
need?
you can
Let's
take it
share
from
this.
here.
It's fine. Put some more red here.
Thanks.
We are improvising. We are adapting. We are
I don't
flexible.
want to get a different shade of this cream for the shirt.
I think Mihai has a future in miniature painting. Like he is so.
That's how you start.
Yeah.
That's how you start.
He looks like he's already obsessed about it. He loves it so
I'm
much.
gonna buy some stuff for myself.
What are you gonna get?
I want to do a dragon or beast, like something, and a big one. I
In
want
a
something
dungeon.
huge, something big.
We can
Because I
keep,
can't really see that well. I don't know what I'm doing.
after a certain age, the eyesight goes. Ask
Yeah.
Claire at 25.
No, I
Ask
can,
me
I
when
can,
I was
I can
4.
see details. I'm having troubles with colors.
Ah, okay. Because of the low light.
Yeah. Otherwise, I see really well, but
We can get that lamp a bit closer.
nah, I'm good. I like a challenge.
Like maybe our secret elf can help us get that lamp a bit closer to Mihai.
Okay. Thank
The
you.
other secret round.
Oh my god, it's happening!
Thank
It's
you.
happening!
It actually happened. Thank you.
Yeah.
That was magic.
Magic.
That was
Oh,
manifesting, you guys.
Yeah, if you ask the universe
For
for
something?
something, the universe will listen.
Let's see.
The chalice of
grip it.
stuff.
Who is your favorite fictional character?
That's a cool one.
Kane from the video game Legacy of Kane. my favorite game ever.
Which I learned, like, not the actual game, but the dialogues, so, since I was 5.
Blood Omen,
Nah, Defiance. Which Blood Omen? Oh, which Blood Omen?
the second one.
Yeah, it's okay.
That's the only one I played. You're talking about the one with Ezreal, or what was it?
Raziel.
Raziel now.
Yeah, the trilogy. Well, the last one in which you played both. So,
I am searching for a dark
I think
brown.
Blood Omen 2 is the last one.
Is there?
no, it's Defiance. It's
This one?
Blood Omen 1, Legacy of Kain, Soul River 2, Blood Omen 2, and Defiance.
Let
And
us
maybe an
Another one?
upcoming game.
I don't know what the Defiance one.
Play it.
I will certainly
Awesome
look into
sauce.
it.
Awesome sauce.
So while my base will dry, I'm gonna draw.
Answer the...
What? We have so many questions there.
Oh wow.
There are so many.
Can you describe your first drawing or painting?
Let's take
No, I cannot, because as Karla said, we drew from a very young age and we started doodling and stickman and stick stuff and as
Cartoons.
in cartoons, and as we grew, you could see the height of the drawings on the wall could go higher and more complex. So you had this like a documented history of drawing. But I will share a very funny story. You know, in Romania we have this expression where you say they drew green horses on the wall.
Oh.
So my mom told that to my aunt over the phone, and she was like, "My daughters drew again green horses on the wall," which means jibber jabber or sweet nothings or something like that.
Jibber.
And I was obsessed by this phrase, and I started looking for a damn green horse on the wall, and I couldn't find anything, and started doing like this all over the wall, like where's the damn? So this is something I never drew for sure. But
So the Romanian expression is you draw doodles. It's instead of doodles you say you drew green horses on the walls, and Karina took it literally.
yeah,
But did you draw a horse then? A green horse on the wall?
no. I was searching for a green
just
horse
searching for
because
one.
I didn't know the expression. I don't know what it meant, so I thought it was literally. And I was like, my mom is getting old, you know, she's.
So this is a funny one. What is your favorite color? So I'm going through a phase, but I like blue again. But since I started recording my favorite color, it has changed from orange to yellow to not yellow, orange to light orange to white to black to red to blue, and then it's gray, and then it's a circle between white, black, blue, red, gray. It's
Sounds
like
very complicated.
yeah. But now I'm in a phase where I really like blue again, and probably you guys are gonna see me with blue coasters, blue t-shirts, blue. Look,
Also,
blue shirt.
Your character is blue.
Yeah. That helps.
It's my business why I'm blue.
It's the business of mine.
Benjamin.
I'm doing the Benjamin. Yeah.
The Vikings are coming.
So, who's next?
Favorite colors? Around about the table.
I really like green.
Oh.
Also, black and red are tight for my favorite color.
Okay. Ler?
Black, purple, maybe?
Like your juice?
Not this. Well, actually, yes.
You did it on purpose, or did you
No,
manifest
it was by mistake.
Yeah, sure.
So get out your brush from the water. Don't leave them like that. Because
I
there's
thought you
a
had to.
Now
No.
tell the audience and these people right here why they shouldn't leave their brushes inside the cup for so long.
They rot.
So
Sorry.
not necessarily, but for mini painting you need like a very pointy brush tip, and if you leave it on the cup sitting like this, what it happens is the bristles will go like this, and because they stay in the water, this is a synthetic brush, so it's plastic. The more that it's, and that's happens with natural bristles also, what they will do is they will bend and remain bended. and in time that's going to ruin the brush tip. So that's why you don't want to leave your brushes like this.
Okay.
Usually brushes are best stored like this, and not like this, because the water will then go into the metal part, into the ferrule, and that's water with paint, because you're not going to be cleaning your brush, really properly. And if paint gets around here, then your brush bristles will start going like this.
It will bloom.
Yeah, and you don't really want that. You can still use not a very pointy brush, but it's not ideal, especially if you want to draw or paint really small details. So
So
Thanks, and now draw.
it's good we have new brushes.
yeah. And you can restore brushes if they are.
Can you trim them?
You can trim them flat and use them either as an eraser brush, so you can use them, with water and kind of erase your mistakes, or you can use them a bit trimmed for stippling or for dry brushing. And dry brushing is a technique that actually we'll be using on your base, which is you take a very tiny drop of paint, and you kind of wipe your brush on a very textured surface, so it brings, and the new color stays on the tips of the textured surface.
So in Romania, the dry brushing is called patina, which is a synonym for ice skating in Romania. Like you give a patina.
Ice skate.
Ice skate, yeah. Well, should I
Oh
start?
no, the question is kind of rough.
It is. Do you consider yourself a lucky roller?
Oh. If by that the person who wrote the question meant that we know how to make sarmale, then yes.
No, if you have, I think it refers to if you have good rolls.
But that's boring.
I have good rolls.
I don't. I roll really bad, and it's funny because I roll really bad in fights, but I roll really well when it comes to persuasion checks or intimidation checks. But in fights, 5 points of damage only from an armor of Agathis, and that's it. That was the only damage that I did. It was painful because everyone around me was like 20 points of damage, 30 points of damage. I was like, fine.
Maybe you should be a healer or something else.
I was a healer in my previous campaign, and so I said, let's do damage. But apparently, that doesn't work.
But I remember in the last campaign we participated in together. I think it was Rareș a DM, and you played Mama May, which was a great old granny with monk skills, and she was fantastic. I remember you really did the heavy lifting at the end of the battle.
I think that was one of the only battles when I did roll well. Well, it was, I think I used all my good rolls then. And then it went downhill from then.
Yeah. Maybe you will start to peak again,
I hope so. It's kind of boring.
It's up and downs and up and downs. And this is the way of life.
Is it? I mean, I kind of assume people just roll on average.
Yeah.
10,
11, 12.
Yeah, something like that. But no, for me it's
1, 5.
20. It's rarely there's an in between.
You're edgy.
I'm edgy. My dice are edgy. That's because they're all sparkly.
Oh, I get it. Sparkly dice.
Sparkly dice.
So
Yes.
should I take the white and the wash? Or
Sure.
something
Yes.
like that?
Yes. Let's do. What color do you want the base to
Thank
be?
you.
Welcome.
Let's see what we got.
What color do you want the base to
I
be?
want it to be like frosted, like ice or snow.
Okay. Do you?
I already did.
Like with the.
Could you tell me about your character that you're painting right
With
now?
the
So I'll pass this
With the
on to
hue
someone
of-
else.
You like the color of rocks that you have there?
Not necessarily.
Oh,
Can we
doesn't
get
anyone else want to answer the question?
What was the question?
No.
I should talk about the character I'm painting right now. And I already
Oh, you already did.
already did that. So.
Been there, done
Is
that.
it your first time painting miniatures? Yes. Yes, it is.
You were a virgin.
Yes, a
Really?
miniature
It really is
painting.
your first time?
Yeah, I've never done this
You're
before.
doing so well for
You
the
did so
first
well,
time.
yeah. That's impressive.
Yeah, the buttons are off.
I mean, it's a.
You have buttons,
But
man.
it's so small. I mean, this is really small.
Exactly.
This
I'm
is
actually
really
adjusting myself.
small.
And it has
Yeah,
buttons.
that's really small. That's next level. But I'm actually pleased with myself, and I actually enjoy it. So I will be doing
I
this
am
again.
happy to hear that.
Yay,
Yes,
good
another.
job.
We have a conversion to the Church of Minis.
Yes,
So,
I'm very happy.
So,
Let's
Basic.
Paint the base for your mini.
Yeah.
And you want it to be like a blue,
Like
light blue.
Light blue.
Okay, so let's mix some.
Or like a gray with a blue hue or something.
So we could either add some white
To
to
that.
that, or you could make a gray and add a bit of blue to that. Which one sounds better to you?
Like maybe the gray with the blue.
Okay, so let's do that.
Can you pass me the white layer? Because we only have one.
The white.
Thank you.
We only have the off.
So I will put it here.
And the white, a bit of black to make the gray, and then you will add the just a tint of blue.
And would it be directly with airbrush or should I make a base?
No, you can put that color directly on the stones. Like you wouldn't need a base.
Oh, so it's an airbrush directly.
So airbrush is a tool.
Okay.
The airbrush is a tool that you use a compressor and the
Oh, I said airbrush. What did
Dry
I?
painting.
Dry painting. Sorry.
the dry brush is going to be used to add like the frosty part with a very light white.
Like this.
So that will be your base. That's gonna be your base color.
Curses. Jinx. Double jinx. Triple jinx. Quadruple jinx. It's done. It's
It's
fine.
done. It's okay. Nobody's cursed.
I've got a very special question.
Yeah.
When did you start painting?
well, about 4 hours ago. Like, for the first time, so.
Really? Is this also your first?
Yes.
A lot of virgins.
Yep.
Like virgin.
Painted by the very first time.
Made me like one of your
French
friends.
girls.
Will you ever paint your second mini?
I think so. I'm not sure really.
Probably.
Probably.
You can say no. I will not hate you.
Mm,
I mean,
Nobody's
I'm gonna
judging.
judge you a bit, but you know.
I'll
just
paint,
don't
but
need
it
that.
will need many tweaks.
Many twigs.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it will not be good.
I mean, again, what is good, what is perfect? Like, do you want to paint at a competition level? No. You
No.
probably want just to have some, colored minis to put on the table.
It depends on my class, my race. We'll see.
The number of streamers.
The number of streamers.
If he's being shamed for his miniature.
Do people do that?
I don't
I
know.
think so.
I'm prepared for that.
Actually, yeah,
They do?
they do.
They
I
shame
would
you?
name some channels that do that, but I will not.
Shame.
We do not shame.
Yes.
We don't throw shade. We just paint
Yes.
with shade. It's fine.
Exactly.
It's not okay. I think, and I really envision that. I really hope. Let's say, I really hope that we have a community of people that supports each other, and that people support each other, and everyone will grow from from this community. And I really, and I know Alecsandra also wants this to give back to the community and help, especially in Romania, grow the D&D
Sim.
scene, yeah, because it's quite
Never.
niche right now.
I
And
think
it's
that's more people, though, coming into the...
yeah, now Mihai is into miniature painting.
Exactly. Exactly.
Damn.
Is
Do we
this
have-
too dark? Is this too dark?
No,
No, this.
no. Because we're gonna add some dry brushing with a lighter,
So,
whitish blue. Bluish white.
White is blue, blue.
What is blue sound?
let's
Potato,
call
potato,
it
tomato, tomato.
Baby blue.
Baby blue. Baby blue sounds good.
Baby blue.
The chalice wants to know,
Yeah.
do you have any healthy habits?
Who? Who's the question for?
I drew it, so I guess for me, but I answered the other one.
You draw.
What are your
I think Larry is bored. Let's do your base.
But I'm not bored, I'm just...
Okay, so you asked us.
I just love questions.
Okay. So
Yeah, I just have to draw questions.
That's it.
that's it. Yeah. This is it.
So any help?
And he's in love with the chalice.
What is a let's
I don't
talk
know,
about
I don't know.
healthy, unhealthy. Is it healthy for a human to stay like this for 4 hours?
Maybe it's healthy here.
Exactly.
Sleep
So
4
is
hours.
the
To sleep 4 hours.
I think healthy is it's a terms of perspective,
Yeah.
in terms of what helps you be more healthy and the best version of yourself, physically, mentally.
Yeah, because everybody is unique and they have
Different
things that they
needs.
work and do not work for them.
Yeah, for example, I relax while I do sports. Like I do sport in order to have a better mindset and get rid of the stress of the day. And
how long does it take for one to get into that state? Because I do sports and I do the sport, and in my mind it's like I hate this, I hate this, I hate this.
and after you
There's-
finish,
After I finish, I have like 5 minutes. Yeah, damn right I did that, and then after 5 minutes, damn I hate sports. So I said,
Maybe.
when
maybe
do I
it's too much, too hard, too sudden. So probably you should go like gradually, like 10 minutes, 5 minutes, so you get in the comfort zone and it's more something that you do for you and you feel the benefits afterwards. Maybe the exercises is not fit for you.
Or
Yeah.
You haven't found your sport yet.
Yeah.
You know, some people like to run and they have that,
No.
that running. I also hate it.
I do not understand
I
people
can
that
go on the
run.
treadmill. I can walk on the treadmill,
Not run.
incline, and I prefer to do it like that. Actually, me and Papa Bear were at the gym the other week, and he was running
And I was
before
watching.
me, and I was walking, but on a very inclined plane, and I burned more calories than him because it's more
Because you
efficient.
do burn more
Yeah.
calories on the incline.
I remember when I started running
He was sweating.
a few years ago. I went, I think it was 800 meters, and I almost coughed out my lungs, and I said I hate this.
Yeah.
But then I said, let's do it 5 minutes, just 5 minutes a day. And 2 months later, I was running for a half an hour, and I was, I can't say that I really, I didn't like the beginning, like when you're like sore.
Starting, yeah.
But
Yeah.
after about 15-20 minutes, you just don't want to stop and you want to go another lap. I like running in laps because I can track my progress. You know, just running in a straight line. And I actually found it addictive in a way.
I heard it's a rush from running, and people have that.
Yeah, so
Myself, I
it's
never experienced
sticking with it. It's gonna.
Maybe you're into sports.
I like
Cooperatives.
Have you heard about
No.
Pamela?
no, actually, right now I've started weightlifting, so
Very good.
yeah, I'm trying to do that. And for now I'm on the baby weights, so it's like the baby 5 kilo plates.
As long as it helps you, like if there's this progress and it helps your mindset and you go bit by bit so you don't get frustrated and you don't end up saying, oh, I hate this, I have to do this much for it's
Pretty
excellent.
proud of my baby plates,
Yeah.
and I know I'm gonna be
Yeah, you
super
should be
proud
proud.
of myself, because when I'm gonna move from the baby plates to the bigger plates, it's like
Yes.
big girl plates.
Yeah.
Even now, sometimes at the gym I use the baby plates when my back hurts or when I need
My
a
everything
break.
hurts, so it's
You
like
know,
that's a constant.
It's just listening to your body and to respect your rhythm, you know, because all of us, we have different rhythms because we're unique and we have different ways, and we have to be patient with ourselves and respect
Yes,
our
but
rhythm. Like
I
give
am-
our body the chance to catch up with what we envision for ourselves, you
Yeah,
know.
but I'm such a type A personality. Like, I want to lift all the weights. When? Now? Is there a championship
same
for lifting
time.
the
Well,
weights?
it's like painting this thing. You can't rush it.
Yeah.
So.
See?
You have to take
He
your time with
listened.
education, yeah.
Oh god.
He listened. He
Yeah,
used your
but-
own words against you.
I honestly do not
He's a
have
crafty
anything.
one.
I do not have anything to say about this, to be honest.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I have a question
Yes.
about not their brushing. What was the word? The
Dry brushing.
dry brushing. So I put this layer and it's dry, and now I will use the dry brush,
So-
but on this sponge, not on that one, because that one is wet. Or
So 1 minute.
Yeah,
Your paint isn't pretty dry,
Yeah.
right? So on this side isn't pretty dry. You need to let it just like a couple more seconds to dry.
Okay.
And what you're gonna do if you give me this brush?
Should I make a more accurate painted base? Like I missed some. No, it's okay.
You don't need it. I mean, dry brushing is a technique that you can use just to kind of emphasize the texture of a base. So what you will do, you take some paint on your brush. It's not necessarily the best brush to use this, but it works. And you're gonna wipe it on a towel, and with just almost no water on your brush, you're going to start kind of dragging the paint, right? And the paint is going to stick, and take some stones with it, to the just to the peaks of the base. But it needs to dry for a bit, right?
Shouldn't I get like a stiffer, bigger brush,
Yeah, you should. But I don't think.
like a square one?
No.
That was my juice.
I didn't touch it. Yeah, that one's better.
Yeah, I use that for dry brushing with technique.
But you need to let it sit for a
Yeah, I'm
bit.
gonna
'cause
clean
it's
this first.
it's not dry yet.
Okay, I will.
Like you're gonna take the stones away.
I don't have patience.
Yeah, see, as Mihai said.
I
He
will
said
have
patience.
patience. Yeah, it's patience.
Patience. Another.
Should I take it?
Yeah.
Because I'm waiting.
With patience, you can cross the sea. Some philosophers said.
What's the most challenging part in painting a miniature? I would say the waiting. For me, it fitted beautifully there.
It's
It's the vampire accent.
Oh, we have an elf.
An elf.
An elf on a shelf.
a shelf elf.
A shelf elf.
She says she shall sew a sheet.
I think the hardest part is the face.
Yeah.
In a mini.
Amen to that. Amen.
Should I do
Amen.
something more about the face?
I mean, it wasn't a hint, but like, no, the face looks good. Like I wouldn't add more to it, because right now if you start adding more stuff,
will look
you can kind of ruin it.
My painting teacher says he had a saying like you paint until it's done, and after it's done you've done it completely, in the sense that you finished it but in the wrong way. Like it's finished, it's done.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah, it's done, and then after that it's done.
I want to see how you paint it.
So don't go into the other stage.
It's
Like overdoing it.
It's like with makeup, you know, when you spend like half an hour or 40
I'm trying
minutes
to
or
use
whatever is your makeup routine.
Yeah, it's
And then
a graphic.
Yeah, and after that point you start ruining it.
Yeah.
Ruining it.
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 So,
The
you know,
ruining
you
of
put
days.
this is just a little bit of glitter here, and I make this shine, and I put the contouring and this, and then you look like a zombie.
Yeah.
No.
And you started using
Unfortunately.
markers, and you know.
I mean, like just a sticker here, and what?
You pulled the letter?
What?
Oh no.
Who are you
With
talking
the secret elf.
to? With the secret elf.
Yes.
The secret elf actually is Diana, who is our social media chief. And she's also the photographer. She's very talented and skilled. You can check her in the descriptions if we're on YouTube. If not, you have to wait for the episode to come into to YouTube, and you can check it there.
Thank you for the shout out.
Louder!
Please check her Instagram. It's probably
Them.
here. Yeah.
Right.
I love the Christmassy music.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
feel like
the
I'm going to Valhalla.
pagan Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like the Saturnalia, where they brought the green leaves inside the house to preserve life and
I
nature.
think what should I use for the parchment? Because this one is like doesn't really. You can see through it.
This one.
The white one. This one.
I'm taking all the
What do you mean
stones
you can
with
see
me.
through
This
it?
is crazy.
Like you can still see the gray behind it.
Well, you can apply it in
And then
colors.
in layers.
Mm-hmm.
Carla, can I draw a question for you?
Yes, please.
I'm gonna
Well,
read
actually,
it
I
out
think it
loud.
was too wet.
So, there's two brands of color that we have on the table. There's Citadel and there's Vallejo. They're still acrylic, they're still miniature painting, but you'll notice if you start purchasing more brands that they are kind of not the same consistency. So Vallejo is a bit more pigmented, but a bit more watery compared to Citadel. So Citadel paints are a bit thicker. Still
Yeah.
same pigment.
So what's the question?
So I have a question for Carla because she's busy at the moment, too busy to draw and read. What's your favorite Christmas movie? Die Hard.
That's
No.
what I was about to say. It's a Christmas movie.
Like I really loved Klaus when I think last year or in the pandemic it came in 2020, I think. I think it's when
I think it's 2020.
20 in 2019. Yeah, it was like I really loved it. It was my favorite at the time. But sometimes I really like to watch Jumanji for
It's a
Christmas.
Christmas?
The second, yeah, it's not for Christmas. I really like Jumanji for some reason. I don't know why. I know it's an average movie, but I really like The Rock.
Which rock? This rock?
Yeah, that Rock, exactly.
The mini rock.
Let's see. I like watching Harry Potter. I like watching the trilogy Lord of the Rings. I usually watched it since we were little, me and Karina and with our cousins. We watched it in between the Christmas and New Year's Eve. And we watched every night one of the trilogy films. What else? I really like Home Alone. It's I think it's a given. Like it's there on television. You watch it. You watch the two movies. The two with I don't know.
The first two, you mean?
With Macaulay.
Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin.
And Joe Pesci.
Yeah, and they are amazing. What else?
Die Hard.
Witcher usually comes in that season, so I watch Witcher.
Oh.
I really hope they keep Henry Cavill because I
Though he
I don't
announced
think
that
they will.
he's not.
yeah, I know, but there's a petition online. I invite you to sign it.
Yeah, but between The Witcher and
I
Superman,
mean-
I mean,
Yeah, but I
They
think
didn't
he's
do
I
anything
think he's
for Gavin.
I think he's quitting because the directors are kind of ruining the script and the narrative of Witcher.
most likely.
And probably there's a petition to fire the directors and keep him. And fun fact, did you know that Henry Cavill actually paints Warhammer and he has like a drawer full of this, and at first he was ashamed and then he wasn't, and he's a very nice, I mean he looks like a very nice person, and he's dedicated, and he's a geek at heart. And he knows Witcher by heart and all the lines and all that. I really like him as an actor. Yeah.
Yeah, but sadly he won't be the Witcher anymore.
Yeah,
That's-
he announced that he's not gonna be joining.
I don't know.
I hope that petition does
Something.
something. Cause
They
it-
never do. I know. But
We can hope.
We can hope.
We can hope.
Maybe the directors on Netflix will watch this and be impressed by my speech, and they will say, yes, Karla, we will hire back him and fire the directors because of what you said. And I'll say, oh, of course. No, it's fine.
Now sign this
Turn the
t-shirt.
Yeah.
Carla, could you pass the brown, the dark brown,
The dark
base?
brown, the base, Rhinox hide. Is this one?
Maybe that one.
What?
I think it's that.
Lately,
This is dark.
You have one closer to you.
This one?
What's that?
This is a shade.
Okay, so the base. And the shade as well if you're not using it.
Lately, I really
So I might
like
need it later.
watching
Thanks.
during Christmas
Yeah.
Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. It's a TV series that air around this time of the year, so it's like a Christmas thing.
What's it about?
It's about a comedian woman, and it's set in the 70s, and it's really funny. I love it.
Never heard of it.
You should watch it. I don't want to give away too many spoilers.
I didn't like it. I watched it. I didn't like it. I am sorry.
I mean, different tastes.
How much did you watch of it?
I don't know, but enough. So I know I don't like it.
If I can make a recommendation.
Yes.
So my daughter started watching on Netflix. It's on Netflix Kids, so definitely on the adult one too. Hilda. Apparently, it's like it's an animation made after some books. And it's a little girl that moved with her mother from the woods, and she moved to a city, and she has a dog, fox, with antlers, and they moved to the city because I don't know. Her house got trampled by one of the giant mountains, which the giant mountains kind of. It was they moved or he moved. And he didn't know it was a mountain. He was waiting for his lover to come to a certain point in time or something like that, and he was waiting for so long he became a mountain. And then somehow Hilda managed to wake him up, and in his way to meet his lover he destroyed her house. And her house was before that was around like some small elves, and the elves are very bureaucratic, so you need to sign they're tiny elves like this, and you need to sign petitions after petitions just to be able to see them or something like that.
Okay.
And there's flying wolves, and it's wonderful, and it's very wholesome. Like the story itself, it's really nice, and it's very fantastic in a really, I don't know, unexpected way. So it's Hilda on Netflix. You can watch it.
Okay, I will check that. I have a question for you, Diana.
Yes.
As a mother, do you get to relive all the special moments of Christmas through your daughter?
It does help. I think my daughter is one of those kids that not necessarily lives Christmas as much, but she lives, like, for example, Halloween.
Oh.
So, you know, in Romania Halloween is not such a big thing.
We should make it.
We should make it a big thing.
Sign the petition.
Sign the petition for making Halloween.
Forget Kelvin.
Yeah. So she's not so big
Harry story.
on the traditions, but she likes the decoration.
Okay.
And she likes the gifts. But she's not into the let's go caroling, let's go I don't know. Yet. Maybe, you know, maybe she'll grow into that. But right now she's more into the gifting and, you know, let's decorate the tree at the house.
That's
Which
cool.
is
It's okay.
It's part of
I'll
the
take that.
essentials.
I'll take
Good
that.
enough, yeah.
I'll take that. But we do make Christmas cookies, and we have this tradition of just like decorating Christmas cookies.
How do you make them?
I mean, it's a pretty basic recipe. It's just a lot of butter and sugar.
No, the decoration, not necessarily the recipe, but,
The butter and the sugar help. So in the first year it was a disaster. So I tried because I saw a tutorial online, and of course, you know.
You had to try it out.
Of course. And I thought there's this recipe foolproof for glazing. And so you can make like the shiny colorful glaze. It's like, I'm gonna make that. It didn't work. The entire thing was like liquid, and it's just like it destroyed all the cookies. So now we get store-bought one.
glazing.
Yeah, but I get
The one they can draw with.
Yeah, exactly. And sprinkles.
Do you ever cheat with that? Like take a new brush and just go crazy with the glazing like you do with the paintings?
On the cookies?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean it's an artistic thing, so I mean it's a boot that you're making a cookie of, but you can do whatever you
Yeah, but
want.
I'm asking if you did do it like you do the meanings, like use all your techniques to
I haven't
decorate.
tried that
No,
yet.
no?
No, I haven't, because I feel like it's honestly I feel bad if I make it too pretty, because then it's gonna stand out. Because usually you make the cookies, you know, just like throwing sprinkles and gold
Yeah.
and stuff. So if I would just like spend a lot of time to paint one, I feel like it would be just overkill.
And
Only to be eaten, so.
yeah,
Yeah,
the first
exactly.
the first person that will come and see the bowl of cookies, it will take just the pretty one,
Or maybe no one will eat it because it's too pretty.
No.
Also that.
Also that.
People like to ruin stuff. Like when you
Faith
have
in
like
humanity.
you have a beautiful lay of freshly snowed snow,
Yeah.
and
And then
people
last-
just go through them
Yep.
and just leave their footprints and ruin it. I was the first one.
But
You
it's
know.
so fun to do that.
Yeah, it is. But even like let's say more serious than that, have you ever built a snowman and just turn your back for like 2 seconds
And it's gone.
someone destroys it?
Yeah, they
I
have.
did that.
Yeah.
Me too. I mean, it happened to me like a couple of times and it's horrible.
Same with the sandcastles.
Yeah, sand
Yeah.
castles.
Yeah.
I don't get that for some. I mean, snow.
Do we have
not even
the
snow.
shade? Past the shade. Do we have
Which
a
one?
different
The brown
well, any shade?
Brown shade.
Throw
I mean-
the shade at me.
One would say it matters, but you can take
Oh.
this one.
Yeah.
I'm just going berserk.
Yeah, I think it's dry now.
No, I did the brushing.
Dry brushing.
Yeah. And
You
it
can
does-
use a bit more light, like a lighter color.
Yeah, but this is white.
Did you use white? Like
Yeah.
straight from the bottle?
Yeah, but this is white from the bottle. I don't think it's the Corax white. Is it the whitest?
The whitest
Mm,
white.
the whitest we got. I think no.
Yeah.
Let's try this one because this one seems like it's a bit whiter.
Like this? But I don't know. Like
And
this.
you wipe it. Yeah, you wipe from the. Okay. And now
It's a
just
different shade of. It's like titanium. No, zinc. Zinc
white or titanium.
white.
That's the purest white that you'll find.
the zinc.
Zinc and titanium depends on the,
Yeah, but
depends on
one,
the brand.
one has like a worm. Oh, I did the bad thing here. One has a worm. Look what I did.
You can fix that with the shade. You can fix that with the shade.
You can have like the zinc white and it's a worm undertone, let's say, and
Mhm.
the titanium white and it has like a blue one. No.
I think so. I was honestly I think I was under the impression it kind of depends on the brand, because some brands will call it titanium white, some will call it bone white.
Yeah, but it's about the undertone. I think it's always warmer the zinc one and the titanium one is towards blue.
Mm-hmm.
The ugly aesthetic. The ugliest what?
I'm doing the ugly aesthetic. Don't mind me. I'm doing a Grinch. I'm off brand.
You're doing Baba Yaga.
You know,
Napoduri.
are
So
you
this-
proud of it?
Yes, it turns
It's
out
good
great.
Yeah, it's good enough.
So-
It's good enough for what? What do you want it to
For
be good
my
enough?
high standards.
Do you want to make a miniature exposition?
Yes.
Not really, not now.
No, then
Maybe in
it
the
is-
future.
Maybe.
Then it is good enough.
Okay, cool.
Let's draw more questions.
I'm thinking of making a yellow. His cap will make it.
We
yellow.
have
Should I
just
use this
3
one?
left.
It's a
I
bit
think
of
we
a-
have a yellow.
Yeah, it's something that works with this blue. And then I'll add some highlights to the blue, and I think I'm done.
You can try to use. I think it's the same color.
Yeah, I think it's the same.
Yeah, you can try to use that one.
And if it doesn't work, then I'll just
You can always paint over it.
paint over it. Yeah.
So I drew this
Oh, it actually
question.
works. Yes.
Who is your favorite artist?
Artist.
So artist. So
Archer.
I already said about Salvador Dali.
beside him, I really like, and I'm enthralled with the mysterious type, and I really like Bansky. You know, he's the street artist, you know, that does these pieces and no one knows who he is, and that they get sold, but they don't know how to contact him, and he does this, or she, maybe it's a she, they do this amazing art, street art that is destined for street art, and it's very popular, and it's I don't know, it says a lot, even though it's against the concept that his art is very popular right now, and he conveys such emotion through them and surprise different aspects of nowadays politics or issues, and I just love him. And I don't know, maybe I should throw in my favorite illustrator, which is Jim Kay. He is very expressionist as an illustrator, and he sometimes uses the technique of watercolor and, you know, the soft sketches, and he captures these characters and, I don't know, an aspect that really reflects on their soul and their personality, and I just love how he, you know, draws. He also did the last, I think, issues from Harry Potter, the illustrated ones. I don't know if you saw them. He's very nice.
What about Romanian illustrators?
I really like Ioana Shopov. I also did my license on her and her artwork.
Really?
Yeah, really. And I when I finished advertising, I did my license on her and on illustration, on CSR illustrations, and it was very nice. And I studied a bit the lining and how illustrations are used for advertising and for CSR campaigns in general, and it was very nice. And I also did the template.
Nice.
Yeah. What about you guys?
Favorite artist? I don't know. Like, I like a lot of artists, mainly musicians, because I know musicians, but I don't know other.
Say whatever artist comes to your mind and heart.
I have no idea.
You can say, I mean...
Michael Jackson, yeah, I love
Yeah.
Michael Jackson.
Excellent.
As an artist, as a musician, I don't care about anything other than his music. I find it to be really, really good.
He's a genius.
Yeah.
He used to be a genius. If we're going off book and really niche, I would say a bunch of architects.
Please.
So, of course, I love like big names, like such as Zaha Hadid is such an inspiration. Was such an inspiration, and yeah, she died.
She died?
Yeah, like 3 or 4 years ago. Actually,
That's
he
painful.
died on your brother's birthday. I remember.
Coincidence.
I remember.
Ler's brother, for context,
Yeah, he's an
guys.
architect.
Ler's brother is an architect, and we know Ler via Ler's brother Richard, which was a colleague of Karina.
Well, that's a bit of an assumption.
Did you just assume his brother?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, beside that, I love like this bureau in Copenhagen, which is called Henning Larsen, and it's really cute and nice, and how they do this work towards sustainability and ecologing, and they come up with these new ideas and all that. And artists, like I like Van Gogh a lot. Musicians as well, I like. What do I listen to these days?
It's very on the spot.
Yeah, I mean,
I like Nothing But Thieves.
I wanted to say the
Yes.
same thing.
They're really good.
Yeah. I also like. I like the new album that.
Taylor
Sam-
Swift.
No, I wanted to say Sam Smith, but sure, Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I really love it. I was listening it on repeat for the last week or so, but couple of weeks, I don't know.
Time
It's-
passes very fast
And
these days.
yeah, it started to slowly grow on me. Like at the beginning, I loved just Maroon was just like just one song, and then it it extended. So it's like a disease.
Taylor Swift is not disease.
Do you
Goes
have
directly to your heart.
Taylor Swift is this?
Yeah, a little
Yeah,
bit.
honestly, I didn't knew about it, but we have a friend, Gabriela. Maybe you're watching.
It's the third person that gave a like.
Gabriela, and I know from her that Taylor Swift launched an album, and she recommended some songs, and they were very nice and inspirational. Yeah. Yeah.
Are there artists? Come on.
Yeah.
I don't have artists that I like.
Diana.
Fuck artists.
Fuck.
Wow, guys, we have to support the local artists and the community. Like I'm very interested in whatever is new and
I like a Romanian painter. It's
Yeah.
called Roman Tolic.
okay.
And
That's interesting.
He paints really interesting. Like he has really cool pieces.
Such.
As?
Yes.
He labels his art with numbers, and it's by collection, and I don't remember, but I saw some pieces. It was very unique, let's say.
This is a nice question. Can I?
Do you want to answer the artist one, or should I go with this question?
As you wish.
You tell me. Do you have a favorite artist?
In the spirit of miniature painting, I'm gonna just bring some names from the miniature painting world. So maybe if someone's interested, you can look
Check
them
them
up. Yeah, it's Angel Giraldes. He's a Spanish painter. And I just love the way that he blends colors and the technique that he uses and the way that the minis look. There's also there's a couple which I forget their name. It's Crafton Studio. You can find them on YouTube. They have this really painterly way of adding of just painting their minis. It looks like, so you know, we've been using kind of earthy colors. They use blues and greens and purples, and it's really unexpected for the miniature painting world. So just gonna leave these two names there, and that's
It's
pretty
very
much.
nice because I wanted to check them out. I don't know anything about the miniature painting, the scene, the miniature painting scene, and the artists there. I will totally check them out.
Yes, please do. And there's so many much more. And there's of course there's competitions and there's prizes that you can win. So a couple of the big ones just ended, the big competitions, and
Participate.
Yeah.
no.
In any? Diana, you
No.
should. Like, you
no,
should
no,
dare.
that level, the level that those people are at is insane.
Yeah, but you should, like, the first step is to participate in something, like trying, and then you go from it.
I think I'm not even allowed to enter those because you need to be at a certain level to enter. How that level is defined, I do not know. But
Please include Diana in the competition.
yes, add
you
me to the
guys.
competitions. Formal request and sign the petition.
Yeah.
So mine is ready. I pop it
Yeah.
out from the gum sticky thingy.
It's done.
It's done. So,
It's done. Yay!
Yay! One is
Yay.
done. Who
Wha-
needs help?
I need help with the face. Like, if you can do like very small strokes for the eyes or anything.
So, should we change places?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Let's play musical chairs.
Yeah.
I mean,
La 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 la.
who moves where?
I don't know. Let's just.
We all just
I'll go in
move.
the middle, or I'll go here in the middle.
Grab a
and-
place.
Here.
So I stay here. Yeah, so I stay where I was.
Nutcracker.
Hey,
The
Um,
nutcracker.
Where is our special elf? I want to capture the
magic.
the
The
magic
special
before
elf.
Karina enters.
Oh.
Oh my god, how cute it is! Look at the mustache.
Mustache.
Oh, Karina, you're so skilled. What? Mine looks like an abstract painting. Yeah, Lord, it's so defined. Mine is very blended, washed. You have strokes, you have shadows, you have the same shade. You have like a bit of a messy, ugly aesthetic happening there.
Yeah, but you see, my nutcracker is the size of your cat. Yeah.
So it's easier.
I had to be defined, but it's different things. Strike a pose.
strike a pose.
Let's do the Charlie's Angel. Mihai,
Yes.
strike
you
a
cannot,
pose.
you cannot.
Yeah, you cannot get anything from this man. He's so focused. He's so there in the zone. I'm actually jealous.
Yes,
When
sometimes it works, sometimes it's so hard to get myself motivated to do something.
Like,
Usually when I start doing something, I'm really motivated and then I get bored.
tell us about the ADD and how does it, because if you want, maybe
Yeah,
you
sure.
can inspire some other people like with the same, because it's quite popular.
Hmm. Well, the thing is, it's how I understand ADD, how it works. It's a problem with dopamine and how the brain gets dopamine. And the thing is that a human being stays interested in something as long as the brain gives it dopamine. And that's how you stay interested in something, and that's how you complete your goals and your tasks.
Mm-hmm.
And for someone with ADD, then your dopamine isn't really there, and you have to struggle to get yourself motivated. But what I've found is that if you just stick with it, I mean, yeah, it's difficult, but you can increase your dopamine when you're doing something. It's like, I don't know, munching on something, or fidgeting with something, or listening to music, listening to a podcast while you do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I kind of, if I know I'm not in the zone,
Uh-huh.
let's say I'm developing a game in Unreal Engine and I'm not really into it. I have to put a podcast and I'm like typing for the 3 minutes, and then I'm watching the podcast for another 3 minutes, and then I go back and I keep doing this until this really captivates me. Or if it doesn't happen, then I drop it for a few minutes, and then I come again, and it's like I'm trying to hack my dopamine system in a way, like trying to find a hook that I can latch onto and stay interested. It's like a multitasking thing. You have to do more than one thing. 'Cause if this one thing doesn't give you the dopamine you need, you're not gonna keep doing it. So then you have to add all sorts
Other
of
stuff.
other stuff. So and then some other stuff could distract you. And then you can't focus on what you're doing, but you have to find things that you don't really care about, like a podcast you don't really want to listen to, but maybe has a good sounding voice and maybe some good arguments that you can defocus on this and focus on this, so you can get your dopamine.
So it's sort of like finding the good part in things and keep-
focusing on the good
focusing.
things,
and hoping, like,
and when you find something that doesn't work, it's just don't worry about it. Understand that this is what's happening with your brain, and just find something that works.
That's actually very inspiring, and I really think it will help a lot of people.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah. And then you have the hyperfixation thing. And when you find something that you really like, it's like you can do it for 8 hours, 10 hours at a time, without eating, without drinking anything, without going to the bathroom, just stuck there. But then for like 2 or 3 days, I'm not touching that again. It's like it's spent, and I have to wait a bit, and then it's gonna come again.
Okay, so you have to be like in the zone,
Yeah, and
as
find
long as it
different
lasts.
things. Yeah, find different things. If you only have one thing that you like to do, well, then in those 2 or 3 days when you don't want to touch it, what are you gonna do then?
Yeah,
Find different things to do.
that's very, very cool.
Yeah.
Does sport help?
You
The
mentioned
sport,
running.
yeah, it does, because it like it helps you regulate everything, and it keeps you it's easier to focus, because focus is really related to dopamine, and yeah, it definitely helps.
Okay.
So,
That's really cute.
Yes, yes, it is.
And now I'm gonna ask.
Like, I
think
Karina.
maybe mine is not, or I don't know if I have that, but sometimes I can see myself in what you're describing, and I see some patterns that work for me as well. So I think I will try some more of that. You know, like try to-
Running.
What? Not the running part, no, I think. But you know, the thing of managing the
high
tasks
levels, yeah.
and different tasks and how to trick your.
Because most people feel bad about it, because I felt bad about it. Was, hey, if you're doing something, you have to be focused. If you're working, you have to be focused. Why are you not focused? You're not. Something's wrong with you. It's not that something's wrong with me. It's just I do things differently. Like if I hyper focus on something, I can do it really well, really fast. There's nothing else going on. I'm really quick. But then that with the downside of it gets boring because in 2 hours I had like 8 hours of activity, like a normal person would have. So yeah, it's a spectrum. You could be more or less. I don't know how to say it. More or less ADD, I guess. So it affects people differently.
Okay, makes sense. That's nice.
Cute. Cute stuff.
Well,
Can you
I'm
help
glad
me?
you found this new hobby.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep doing this.
The fun part is if you get bored of one mini, you can get a new mini.
Exactly.
It's not like you're doing the
You're
same
doing
thing.
a different one, yeah.
Yeah. So if you take a dragon, that's gonna be a different story.
Yeah, I think I made it a bit dirty. Well, he's dirty anyway.
The dirty sorcerer,
The dirty
town
sorcerer.
crier,
Trying to
dude.
make him like.
It's been raining.
yeah,
that's,
this stuff.
It's been raining,
Really
man.
good.
Yeah, quite pleased.
For the first mini
one,
that
yeah.
you're ever painting, give
Do
yourself
you give us
credit.
grades at the end?
No, why would I do that?
Okay.
I think that grading is
It's a bad system.
The worst system ever.
Can you give us pointers at the end? What did we do good and what did we do?
Sure.
What can we work on? Yes, of course. Yeah. I think it will help.
When did you guys start to play D&D for the first time?
In the pandemic.
Oh.
I was like,
What?
Yeah, me too.
I thought you've been playing D&D for a whole while.
no, I've been
Read the book.
watching Critical Role for a while before playing, but then I didn't play. But then my husband knows Rareș, and Rareș was actually my first DM. And we started playing online, and it just yeah, that's when I started playing.
You guys?
Pandemic as well. I was with you.
With you
With
and
you too.
Mihai and
Yeah,
Andrei.
but it was online.
Online, yeah.
The same reaction, it was online.
It was online, so it wasn't.
What
the
about
best.
you, Ler?
18 years ago.
How 18
Wow.
years? How old were you?
7.
And
I'm
who?
25.
7?
And how?
With friends outside due to...
D&DD from Dexter.
it wasn't by the book.
5th edition. Ah.
So,
So it was a role playing
it
game.
was, yeah, a role-playing D&D style like game. And then I found, I think Call of Cthulhu. So that was my first time playing
D&D.
D&D.
Or a tabletop RPG,
tabletop
let's say.
RPG.
Yeah.
And after 1 year, I think, I stumbled upon D&D 4th edition. And I was like, oh my god, this is so awesome! It wasn't. And they
No,
take
it
fifth.
wasn't. 5th
It
edition.
was.
4th edition. 4th edition is.
And after the
Bad.
5th, I found the 3.5, and I was like,
This
is no.
I don't
Is
like.
it better?
I
Depends.
3.5. It's better than 4th
By a mile.
by a mile, but it's also extra complicated and more mechanic. So there's also Pathfinder, which has a lot of followers.
Skills.
Yeah.
Oh my
But it's also extra complicated. Like I really love the creativity part of it and how it's a bit more loose and how you can express yourself and be
Pathfinder?
creative.
Yeah.
No,
In
in
D&D.
fifth
okay.
edition, and how the story and the people are, you know, the engine of the whole experience, let's say. And Pathfinder, I find it that mechanics kind of ruled over there, and there were a lot of sources. There was no D&D Beyond, guys.
Yeah.
So it was all over the place, and it felt like always the rules changed, and it was hard. Like, but RPGs, I think me and Karina were like very creative children, and I think we were playing since we were 3. Like we did like Lego minis and role playing, all sorts of stuff. And I think 5th edition we discovered it through Philip, and it was instant love with the D&D universe and the mechanics of it, and
Because
fifth
we knew
edition.
the references.
Yeah, we knew the references, and we
Yeah, it makes sense.
Then it was a while back. I don't remember when. It was 2013, 2014,
2014.
around there.
When you started playing.
Fifth edition. But we played other types of RPGs before. But fifth edition brings a certain order to the chaos. So it's creative order. Let's say you have a box and you can go behind the box and you go inside the box, but it's important that you have a box of reference for mechanics and stuff so you don't make shit up.
And
Yeah.
it's more streamlined,
Yeah.
which is good. Which
I don't
is
know
good.
the rules for 4th or 3.5, but I did hear it's much more complicated than
Yeah.
than
You
5th.
should try and read the first edition of D&D. That's horrible.
Yeah,
It
it's
is?
not horrible. I think it's like
Percentile
it's like,
dice.
yeah, but honestly,
For
it's a lot
everything?
of games based on percentile dice, and it's way more fun. And it's
Yeah,
all
but
about
D&D is not one of them, in my opinion.
you can use percentiles for D&D as well. I use them as a DM. Like I took that from first edition, and I took it from other games, and I love using percentile dice for
How
stuff.
do you use them?
Like, for example, you give it a rate of something, the likelihood of something happening.
okay.
Or you make a scale table, a graphic chart for something, yeah, again, for the weather or for the certain mood of a person or something. And it's quite
Trade.
interesting.
The trade just a little bit.
So it's more, I think, mathematic in a sense, but it also gives you, again, the box, the frame into which you can be creative around.
Okay, makes sense.
But honestly, the mechanic side of it, I didn't like it. I love learning rules and I love learning the mechanics of it, but I don't like being strict about it, especially if it doesn't make sense story-wise, and it's about discussing and over-discussing a certain mechanic. I think it spoils the fun.
Yeah. It doesn't help.
Also in 5th edition, you feel like you're co-creating the world and the scenery and the storytelling and all that.
It's not
It's more collaborative and more creative and.
It's not streamlined. Like you have multiple lines that sometimes, as a DM, you feel in 5th edition at least, and if you're open and if you let your players collaborate with you and the story, sometimes the lines are drawn by the players, and you have to go there. And players have this confidence in the DM, and they let themselves carried by the DM, and vice versa. It's like a relationship, nurture with trust on both sides. Man, you're talented. I couldn't done it for ages. Also, my brush has like a small straight hair that, I tried doing like a point and it was a point and a line.
It happens with brushes.
Okay, what else do you need?
The eyes of the cat, please.
I did it.
The nose of the cat, please. Can you do it pink or something? Yes, very bright.
Pink. Thank you.
Let's see.
Anything for my sis.
Did you see Papa Bear around here popping out? At some point? No?
I haven't.
Let's see, chat, if we can spot Papa Bear. Or if we are on YouTube, I don't know, maybe we can time code, when he pops in.
When Papa Bear pops in.
Yeah, when Papa Bear pops in. Count Bear, sorry.
Count Bear. 1, 2, 3, count Bear.
Oh! Ho ho ho! I hear you have a question.
Yes, I have
Yes.
a question for Papa Bear. This is the question. I never looked at it. I don't know what it
Oh my god, you are here all along.
Oh, what a coincidence. Is there a Christmas present you secretly wish for? Tell us what it is.
Oh,
But it's supposed to be secret.
so dirty, I love it.
Ah,
You have to make a choice. You keep it secret or you reveal it
Or
to
you
the
keep it
whole...
safe.
You put it on the internet. Please put it on the internet.
Put it on the YouTubes.
quite a tricky question. I think I'm gonna keep it secret. Sorry to disappoint, but all right, definitely, Miss.
I would like some underwear. With avocados.
With some socks with
Avocados.
avocados or probably
This is my healthy
strawberries. I don't
habit.
I like
Wishing for
avocados.
stocks.
know. By the way, I've been watching you guys, and it's definitely top-notch job you've been doing. On
Are we on the
minis.
naughty list or the good list?
On the good
Naughty
list.
list. Oh, okay, good.
So we get special items in Ace Eras. After Christmas,
A
No.
special brush.
like
During Christmas?
episode 4, do we have?
No.
Fuck you, man.
They
I'm a
worked so
very
hard.
true neutral DM, so.
Okay, it's the best kind of DM.
But yeah, you guys keep on the good job. See you in Ace Eras. Bye-bye.
So you're not participating in
No, he went through the town portal. No, he took the port key. What was that? A port key?
the port of the keys.
The port of the keys.
So, is anyone willing to answer this question?
What
Like,
about if we don't
is there
have
an Xmas present you secretly wish for? I wish that all this hard work we put into this channel and the love we're trying to send and all the effort trying to build a community and all that would maybe
Be appreciated.
be appreciated and turn into something beautiful, maybe grow, maybe give some fruits, blossom in a way. I would be very grateful for that.
Yeah, me too. This is the dream, but let's see how it plays off. How about you guys?
I feel bad. I was gonna say I wish for a fluffy robe.
Oh, okay, that works as well.
I feel bad now.
No, just
Which
saying.
color? Pink?
Yeah.
Deep pink?
No, I would like it to be baby blue with clouds on it.
And my, oh my god!
I have a fluffy robe that is pink. It's like really fluffy.
But she wants it blue with clouds.
Yeah.
We painted blue, you give it clouds.
Yeah, I mean, we
What's
can,
the difference?
we can think and pretend that it is blue.
We can imagine.
What about you guys?
I would
Set
like
of paints.
a certain perfume.
Oh. Is it
But
a
I've
niche
been
perfume or a designer one?
It's a niche one.
Which one?
Manchera, Melody of the Sun.
I think I heard about it.
Why
I
is
think
it
I
niche?
think I told you about it, or I told you about it last
Yeah,
time.
I think you told Karina. I
I remember that you visited the store and you
And there was a kid in front of you
Yeah.
who was like, Papa!
I want this one.
That one!
This one. I
This
was like,
one.
dude, that's an expensive. No, this one. Yes.
Dude, I have to choose between shawarma.
the perks of being rich.
Yeah, the perks
Yeah.
of being a kid.
A rich kid.
A rich,
Rich
kid.
kid.
But I've been the perfumes are a recent passion of mine. Since my girlfriend works with perfumes, she brings at home a lot of different niche perfumes or designer perfumes, and I'm obsessed now. And I want
Nice.
all of them. I want to smell them all.
Have you smelled the T-Rex one? I don't remember the designer house, but it's the one that smells like a meteorite after it crashes. It's a
How do
very...
you?
How do you
Yeah,
smell
that was
that?
exactly my question.
Where do you smell it?
It's very ashy and it's very I don't know. It's also deep and also smoky. Like it's sort of it's like a UK whiskey that's set a lot, and if it's turned into a perfume, sort of like that. This is how at least I.
Okay.
Um.
I'm. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know myself about the niche perfumes a lot, but my boyfriend is very passionate also about this, and he goes with crazy on buying niche perfumes, and he knows a lot of stuff, and he cultivates his nose, and it's a whole story
How
there.
do you cultivate your nose?
You smell it every day, and the niche
But I
perfumes.
smell with my nose every day.
Yeah, it
but it's
changes.
not-
It changes and
Yeah.
it has layers. Like at the beginning, it smells something different, and as it sits on your skin, it has different notes and such. Yeah,
Oh my
it's
God.
very
It's
Disney.
entire different worlds.
Look at me using designer perfumes.
Yeah.
Yves Saint Laurent and all.
And now I got myself like little 2 ml bottles, and I spray them in. And when I go somewhere, I don't have it with me now, but I take the perfume I'm wearing. I'm taking it with me so I can add it again.
Refresh your
Yeah.
perfume.
Yeah, refresh.
That's very nice.
It's very nice.
That's very modern, I would say. Very, very.
What makes a niche perfume?
So the difference between designer and niche is that designer perfume usually houses so designer perfumes are usually done by houses who do other stuff as well. For example, Diesel does also
Petrol.
does also clothing, but also perfumes. What else? Gucci, same.
Yves Saint Laurent makes lipsticks and all that, cosmetics.
Okay.
Lacoste, and so on and so
So
forth.
they do more than just perfume. So if I do just perfume, if I
You're
were to
niched
make...
on perfumes.
Okay.
And
okay.
usually niched perfumes don't use synthetic materials, they use oils.
Okay.
So
Essential oils.
yeah, so the base is a bit different. This is again my understanding. I'm sorry if I'm speaking off stuff. Maybe Mihai can help us fill this.
I'm not that knowledgeable. I just like to smell them.
Okay. So it's very interesting.
I'm basic.
Yeah, I'm a basic
Yeah,
guy.
same.
I'm
I'm
a
a basic
basic
witch.
perfume guy.
Same color.
And also like the designer designer perfume that I like the most at the moment is from Yves Saint Laurent is the Libra.
Might as well.
Wow, I love that one.
I like one from men. For men, it's what is it the name? You or something like
From Armani?
that. Yeah.
Stronger With
Stronger
You?
with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one. Oh my god, I love that one.
Yeah.
If I
it's a
could
good
wear men perfume and sometimes
You actually, I'm wearing the
wear-
me and my girlfriend, we went to a wedding and we both wore the same
Oh my
perfume.
god, that's
It works on my
Yeah, it's no longer kind of men and women
I
perfume.
know,
It's like
I know.
summery, maybe winter perfume. And actually, what I learned recently is that in cold the perfumes thrive, and in cold and in dry atmosphere. So it's the perfect time to wear perfume nowadays.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you guessed that we should be sponsored next time by a perfume thingy.
Company.
Yeah,
That would be
company.
nice.
I've got a question for you all. Who wants to draw the last question in the chalice?
Let the painter master.
Okay, sure.
She's our guest today. She's been kind enough to guide us through this whole
It's a
experiment.
small one.
Maybe it's a good one.
It's like, bye.
Bye.
What's your favorite part of Christmas?
Aww.
It's the lights. It's the Christmas lights. Because every time, like, Bucharest isn't really a cheerful city, right? But around Christmas, there's lights in the shops, and there's lights in the windows
Mariah
and on the
Carey.
streets. And Mariah Carey, yeah, it's
Everywhere.
you know, I can live with Mariah Carey for like a week or something. And it's just really nice to walk around the town in the evening, and there's all the twinkling lights. It's really nice. That's my favorite part.
That's super nice.
It's pretty.
Super nice.
And I have decked my house
With lights.
all the lights. Yes.
With
all
lights and honey. La 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 la.
No, not honey, just
Oh.
like
Does
this.
your do your neighbors can sleep?
I don't care.
No.
It's like it's my house. I don't care. If
Excellent.
they want to be Grinches, you be Grinches in your own thing. I'm gonna do my thing with my lights.
Excellent. So Mihai,
They
what's
haven't
your
complained.
exactly? Mihai, what's your favorite Christmas thing?
Oh, the food definitely.
Favorite part.
And I said the snow. I think did I answer this question?
It was similar.
Oh, it's a similar. So snow, food, and
And-
gifts. Definitely gifts.
I'm a simple man.
And the atmosphere. I mean, it's unique to Christmas. Because like when we were kids, like for Easter we got presents, but it was like not
Bananas.
the cool presents.
Got
It was like
bananas for Easter.
those cheap presents. I don't know how to say. it.
Chocolate things.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
chocolate and
Did you
that's
guys get a present for Easter?
Oh my,
My
god,
mom got me
We used to get deodorants and stuff. So yeah,
deodorants.
yeah.
I think there's a trend in your life with deodorants and perfumes.
This is where the passion starts.
Yeah.
Do you have like a special Christmas meal or your favorite meal for Christmas, or and do you participate in preparing it? Like, let's say
modern man.
Like a few days before, or how long does it take to prepare said meal, let's say?
Usually I make the food when I want to eat it.
Yeah.
So it's fresh.
Yes, in the past few years I had to do it because I'm no longer living with my mom for like 7 years now.
Hi,
And
Mihai's
I have
mom.
to do my own Rousseau salad with chicken. Rousseau.
The beef.
The
À la Russe.
salade de bœuf.
Yeah.
Beef salad.
Le bœuf
Beef
salad.
salad, yeah.
But with chicken, because
With
bœuf
chicken,
means
yeah.
cow meat.
It's so weird because the French took the à la Russe, which means the Russian salad from the Russians, and they make it without meat, and we took it from the French, and we call it bœuf salad, which means veal. When we make it with chicken, it's so
Chicken,
weird.
yeah.
Oh my god!
I mean, people. It's not that weird because people in the past made decisions based on what they had.
They're potas now.
Yeah,
And French fries, yeah.
French fries,
yeah. And if they didn't, we didn't have anything to talk about.
Yeah, sure. Exactly. Thank you, people, for making decisions. So, Diana, what do you think I should do on that mini?
So I think my 2 cents is that you can maybe just bring a bit more highlights into the robe.
I have tried that on several layers. This is the best that I could do. Maybe go a bit more brave, but sure, I can try.
But other than that, the color scheme is nice. There's enough contrast between the spell and the color of her dress. So you can like my test is if you squint your eyes and you look like this at the mini, because that's kind of the distance that you're gonna be on the table.
Do you
Do
see
you kind of understand what's happening? Yes. If you can kind of understand what's happening, that's good. You don't need it.
If you squint your eyes at Karina's mini, you don't see it anymore.
No,
I see a tuft of red.
It's very well
Like,
defined. I
yeah.
mean, I passed.
And all
I
of
did a test. Look, squint. Let's squint together. Let's squint together. Okay. See, you can see even the drumsticks
Okay, very nice, very nice.
and the mustache.
And the moustache and the red meat.
Moustache is
Top notch.
chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Ooh la la, c'est magnifique.
Okay, let me try to do the highlights a bit. I will try.
And you can just do like this part
The front.
and
The folds.
the folds of the dress, like this part.
I did them like I think 3 times, but I'm gonna go a bit braver and a bit
just
more.
go with a bit lighter.
Yeah.
Acrylics dry darker than you think.
Okay, I will go very light.
So for me, what should I do more? Go with a shade on the base, maybe?
Maybe, but I wouldn't do that too. Actually, no. It's worth to throw a bit of a shade on the shade.
Should I use this?
That's a contrast, and it's going to color everything that is white for you.
Okay.
So you could use this one. No, not this one. Where is the?
The blue.
The blue shade.
No.
The
We
black.
had a bluer shade. Dragon. It's somewhere on the table.
oil.
The Drakenhof.
I think it's this one.
Around here.
Yeah, that one. So you can use that one on the darker on the base, and that helps because your mini is kind of white. So if you have the base a bit darker, it helps you just kind of bring it up a bit.
Okay. Should I put it directly from the bottle? Or
Yeah, you
put it
take
on the towel?
no, you put it. So you put your brush into the bottle, and then you just kind of swirl it around the base. And it's okay if it pulls. That's actually the effect that you want, for it to pull down in the recesses of the base.
Oh, looks quite interesting. I
Yep.
love it. So the best part of Christmas.
Family, friends, love, and happiness. That's the best thing about Christmas.
Most beautiful part of Christmas.
That's so wholesome.
That's such a free
Well, I think for Christmas, that's the time when you can revert back to being a child, unless you're the adult that needs to make the food.
Even
Then you're a
So you
chef.
make the food and then you revert to being a child.
Or you're an adult, you order the food gets delivered, and then
Exactly.
see, delegate the food.
So I think I'm done. I don't like the base though. I think I used the metallic gray. I think.
You can use null oil to. I have it. Null oil.
Lol.
Again, talent to the bottle.
So this one's.
This is a shade, so you use it the same as you used on the bell.
So cool.
Oh, okay. I already used the shade. It's because it's a bit brown.
Okay.
But I can use this one as well.
This one is on the blacker side.
I can read
It's
it
like-
Yeah. So Agrax is more on the brown, and null oil is more on the dark, and the one that you've used is more on blue. So even shades come in.
The
shades.
Drakenhof
Yeah,
Nightshade.
that one.
I used that. So did I. Looks like we're twins.
Oh, it looks like it.
Cool. Natural twin tea. Is it tea in there or is it hot cocoa?
It's water.
Keeping it basic.
I think Claire also
Spiked
No.
it.
cleaned his
I did not.
brushes.
I
That
did
happens a
not.
lot.
I did not.
How often does it happen?
Mine is purple.
More often than you think.
Diana, I have a question for
Yes.
you. For the campaign miniatures that you did, which part was the hardest? I think you did silos, 2 miniatures. You did mine. You did whisper. You did wind, and you did CP.
Yeah, the tiny one. I don't know why I always go for tiny these days.
You like small.
I think the hardest part was. So I like the minis that I do, especially for characters, right? To have a bit of a story on them. So to, for example, the wolf was supposed to be not as menacing, so I try to modify the figurine because the mini was kind of, it was aggressive in its howling. So I tried to kind of cut away and sculpt a bit the face so it was a bit more friendly, and add a bit of base, scenic base. So that was probably the hardest part, to kind of convey the spirit of the character and how the mini is painted or how the mini is based. And yes, for the tiny one, that was. I tried to, and that one I tried to sculpt a bit. So also the mini didn't really match the character art that I was given.
No, at
So-
all. At all. It was exactly like the Nutcracker. I started with the story and then added on, and made all these changes. And
Yeah, but I think that's what makes, in my view, and that's what I'm trying to do with all the character minis that I do, is if you have a story, I would like to know the story, so that I try to encompass it in the mini in a way, even if it's a small detail, like in Alex's character, she said that she's inspired by Romanian traditional or something like that. So I
yeah,
try
you
to
did the beautiful pattern. Of
yeah, so something like that. So just add a bit more traditional patterns in her dress, so it kind of matches that. So smaller details, it's, I think, the most difficult to find, because you don't want that to be overwhelming, but you still don't want to be visible so that it makes sense. So that's the hardest part for me. And the painting, I'm fine with repainting it 3 times if that's what's needed. I hope that answers.
It does. I remember for CP that you made the shutter wooden lamp, and you made also the green light and
The ponytail.
and the tail, yeah, the
fish
fish tail, and was a bit floating, and also the halberd. Yeah,
It's a halberd?
It's a
I thought
halberd.
it was a spear. My
The-
bad.
You did a spear, and I think Andrei, Mihai's brother, did the, because he also did the artwork, he did the top of the spear.
He
Yeah,
made
so-
a transplant from one miniature to another.
Ah, okay. Nice. nice.
With the tip of the spear, and he repainted it because in my backstory the halberd is ancient and it's like this
Ah,
black.
okay. So see, I didn't know it was one of those
Yeah,
really
because
important details.
It wasn't new at
Yeah,
it wasn't written yet, you know.
Ah,
It was a
okay,
work
okay,
in
okay.
progress. I did with Papa Bear, so
Got it. See, it's a work in progress. Like minis can be modified in time, so they match what what the character progresses.
Yeah, but guys, check them out. They are very, very nice. Minis.
Yeah,
And it's a lot of work.
It is, and it's very cheesy, but I do like part of the joy is just seeing them on the table and seeing you playing with them, and it's just it's my happy place, and it brings tears to my eyes. I know.
It also the fact that you helped us with this project. It was like a toddler. It didn't have a lot of support, and it was very hard to start from scratch. And
like
and
they say,
you helped us a lot.
it takes a village.
Yeah, it takes
does
a
take a
village.
village.
Yeah.
It does take a village.
And you helped a lot, thank you. And everyone helped a lot, like Andrei, Mihai's brother Andrei also helped with the illustration, and Alecsandra helped with the miniatures, and Andrei helped, and we had some wonderful guys also helping us with an intro, and all of our families, Alexandra's mom, Urs's parents, both of them, like a lot of people contributed. I don't want to miss someone, please check them in the credits. But it took a village, and thank you for helping us.
It's honestly my pleasure. Honestly, my pleasure. Yeah. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you. I feel like this is one of those Zoom calls that everyone is dragging on. It's like, thank you, bye, thank you. One question, one more question.
Yo, we don't have to end here. Please, you can give us. We can go on in close up with the minis. If everyone is finished, you guys are finished.
Yeah.
We can go, and you can come and give us pointers, like what did we do good and what can we improve on. Yes. So we also make a lesson out of here. Can we go and close up with this? Yeah. Cool. Let's start with Mihai, the most dedicated painter.
Honestly,
ever.
The level of dedication, I just, you cannot say anything bad.
Yeah.
At this point, anything.
Not bad, but like some pointers to grow on. It's important also to see what we can do better.
Take more breaks.
Yeah, breaks are good.
Yeah, I
You know, especially for your back, because if you start doing this more,
Yeah.
I mean,
Definitely.
man.
I can feel it.
Yeah.
Zipping like this.
yeah, I invested in one of those neck pillows. I didn't need a neck
And you
pillow
stay
before.
like this?
No. So what I do is I leave my chair really, really low, and so basically my desk is somewhere around here, and I paint like a gremlin, and it's like
Okay.
I stay like.
Yeah, because this wasn't
it hurts.
comfortable.
It hurts. Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, my fear is when I take a break is that when I get back I won't be as interested in it. So that's why I'm difficult to take breaks.
You do
But I
whatever
do-
works for you.
Yeah, if it
Yeah.
works for you taking breaks, that's fine.
Mm.
The mini will be there forever. Like it's literally.
Yeah, I
gonna
hope
be there
Rareș
forever.
enjoys it. And if it's not what he envisioned for the character, then
He
I'm
should
sorry.
give-
He should paint him
Yeah.
himself.
We're sorry, but we're not sorry.
Yeah, I did my best. So.
So honestly, again, for your first try, I think you've done a great job.
Thank you.
Great job. If it were to talk about improvements, I think it's just bringing a bit more highlights. But that's something that you work on continuously. It's not like
Yeah, I was afraid to do that. Okay? I have some blue lines here, and I was like, no, that's too much.
So acrylic dries darker than it looks. So don't be afraid to go a bit lighter than you think you would.
Yeah.
And think that on the table, little mistakes like, oh, my hand shook and my line isn't perfect, you will not notice that. And the more you kind of paint, the more your hand learns to be more stable.
Yeah.
So really don't be bummed that the first time you painted the lines. And honestly, these lines,
The white ones.
the white ones that you did on the vest, that's really good for a first shot. So like really, don't be
Yeah.
mad about that.
I'm not. I'm good. I'm proud of this.
Yeah, you should be. It's your work.
I want to do something.
Gingerbread man.
Yes.
Add a bit more.
Gingerbread man.
I think this is perfect.
The eclair.
The eclair.
Eclair. Is
Eclair.
that his name?
No.
No.
It should be.
Yeah.
Will it be?
Is she be?
Maybe.
No, honestly, you know, from a technical perspective, like if it were to analyze this from a technical perspective, maybe.
No, it fell.
Oh, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry,
From a technical perspective, what you could do is maybe add like a bit more contrast and just under his face make a bit dark, so that his face pops up, and maybe on the back a bit of shadow under the lollipop backpack.
Okay.
But other than that, wouldn't. It is adorable.
I counted on the fact that it's a little miniature. It's like
It's really.
And it's not that
tiny.
hard to paint. So.
Is it really printed?
Why?
Aline helped us with the
Yeah, Aline
printing.
painted.
Aline, thank you if you're watching this.
Because it's really fine print. Like the print quality is really nice.
He has 4K printer right now. So
Fancy.
mine and his are printed with this new printer.
Nice. Well, the drumsticks
Eraser.
are.
Yeah. And you know what? I actually modeled this.
You did.
I did it on 3D and then give it to be printed.
That was
Because
it hard?
I couldn't, not that much, but I couldn't find one that suited my vision, let's say.
Makes sense. Makes sense. It's hard sometimes.
Mine is not as sticky because I took it off, so be
Oh, you can
careful.
take it off. It's not.
Okay.
Watch it. What?
Honestly, not much to comment. Maybe just a bit more high, and it's probably gonna be a common comment. Just a bit more contrast and. It holds. It holds. Like a bit more contrast in the figurine, so it's not like if you add a bit more white or a bit more highlights, that should be fine.
Okay.
Also, again, a very small mini, so you know you can't really do a lot of techniques with it because it's so small. What would help is if at some point you would give it another kind of dry brush with a whiter color, so it pops a bit more. But that's it. And all the details that you've added on such a small figurine. It has buttons. It has buttons.
And a mustache.
And a mustache.
That she drew with a brush. What
Yeah,
the fuck?
it's a mustache. And you wanted to stick. It used to stick hairs on it, right?
Yeah, what?
On the mustache to have.
I didn't want it to stick hair.
Oh, no,
I
you
wanted
wanted
to
to paint.
draw to paint. Because
that makes sense.
you will see on our next episode.
I cannot wait.
Yeah.
I have heard
On Christmas.
Yeah, this
Why?
Sunday.
the Sunday.
Christmas Day.
Christmas Day.
Christmas, Christmas time to cheer, time for fun and time for home cheer. Mihai, help us.
Yeah, I consumed my brain for today.
You did pretty good consuming your cup. Thank you, Diana, for teaching us and having the patience.
My pleasure.
And joining us and sharing laughters,
Daydreams,
ideas, answers,
Questions.
secrets of painting, miniatures.
Kozonak.
Kozonak, yes, share Kozonak. Do you like, very important question.
Yeah.
Do you like rahat in your Kozonak?
No!
No, not
Christian delight. Christian.
It's
Turkish delight.
Turkish delight.
Turkish delight.
What about
like it
the
if it's
Christian
big
delight?
pieces.
Can you switch with Diana so
Inside.
she can
Yeah.
give me comments while we're filming this?
Like in.
We're doing
In the
a
know,
switcheroo.
But it's like.
Oh my god, they transported from another screen to a
no.
different screen.
Oh no!
Hello,
They took the port key.
the porky.
You are quite
So-
dexterous.
Thank
in
you.
the one.
If I. So, actually, no, because you added some more highlights. So you see how this area here, you can add like a triangle of light around here. You can add some more higher highlights, English, around this area.
So go even up in terms of luminosity.
Yes, yes, because it's quite a dark color to start with, and even if it's a dark color, you cannot really go into white, but you can bring it up a notch. So my rule is usually, if I am not painting, you know, at a competition level or display level, if you do one base layer, 2 layers of highlight, that's enough.
Yeah, but I kept adding, but I did, if you see here, there's a gradient. So I went from this color to this, and I kept adding, and now I'm at this color. I don't know how.
So in that case, always remember that your highlights, the highlight area needs to be bigger than you think. So for example, in this case, right, you want to highlight this, right? With the first layer of highlight, what you would do, you start here, you go around here, and you end around here.
So let me try. Maybe I put a bit of yellow. I don't know. I'm gonna improvise because I'm a big fan of going.
I mean, you test it out. Test it out.
And let's see here.
Oh, maybe that's a bit too light.
Yeah, but what I did is after I did this. I hope I'm not making a fool of myself, and it works this time. It's really cool.
Thank you.
I did this.
Thank you very much.
That is a technique that it's called wet blending. You can use that.
I use it on my paintings, the big ones.
You can use that, but you need the darker color to blend with.
So it has to be wet?
Yeah, both colors, the dark one and the light one, or whatever color you want to blend, both of them need to be wet.
Okay, so this is why it's not working, because it's dried up so fast.
Exactly. So what you would do is first you would put the dark one around here, and then you would put the light where you want the light to be, and try to blend them.
Do that as well. Okay, let's see.
Okay, clean your brush.
It's with a bigger one for blending, right?
And then try to kind of swoosh your brush. See, and now because both paints are wet, they're easier to blend.
Oh, I see. So it's kind of like this?
Something like that, yep.
It looks nicer already.
Yep, so if you continue doing that on the kind of the areas that you want light in.
So do you think this is ready, or should I keep working on it? Can I use it like...
It's really good. It's really good, and you can put it on the table and play with it.
Excellent!
So, yay!
Yay! So, we hope you enjoyed our creative adventures. And what was the outro we usually do?
But before the outro, don't forget to watch us on Sunday, on Christmas Day, for our one session Xmas special.
One shot.
One shot.
One.
A very special Christmas one-shot session DM'd by Rareș.
Yeah, with as players with me, Karina, Lea, Alecsandra, and Urs, which is Count Bear in English. So, what was the outro? Sorry for interrupting.
Good day, good night.
Good night, and don't let the vampires bite.
The vampires
The
bite.
vampires.
Vampires bite.